Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State hosts Penn State Saturday at noon, and former defensive coordinator Jim Knowles has returned to Columbus. Linebacker Sonny Styles, and if there are any hard feelings towards the Penn State DC.
Not really. I mean, it's a business. People go different places. People elevate to different jobs, and it just is what it is. No hard feelings.
Arizona State quarterback and preseason Big 12 Player of the Year Sam Leavitt will undergo season-ending surgery on his foot. Jeff Sims will start at quarterback Saturday at Iowa State. NFL Dolphins fire general manager Chris Grier after last night's 28-6 loss to the Ravens. Jaguars' #1 pick Travis Hunter was placed on injured reserve after injuring his knee in practice Thursday. In baseball, Blue Jays can clinch their third World Series title tonight when they host the Dodgers in Game 6 at 8. NBA in-season tournament starts tonight as the Cavs host the Raptors at 7:30. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
So where's the office, back at Division? Yeah, in the office, baby. Going up.
All right, outstanding. Here we go. Football Friday into Halloween weekend. Rothman and Ice, the boring ones. Not a dress-up guy. I don't think I ever have been. As a kid, I was. We'll talk about that. Good to see you, Matty, TLC. What's happening, fellas?
It's good to see you, man. Happy Halloween. Yeah, we are the only show, I believe, that doesn't have one singular person that dressed up for Halloween. Shout out to T-Bone and Tyvis. Their show absolutely crushed it. Dylan came in as Coach Prime, had Andy Reid via T-Bone, and then Tyvis was Freddy Krueger. So they did it. They did an awesome job. I'm not going to spoil what Common Man and Timmy have coming up, but I think they did a good job as well. We're just in here in hoodies and hats and vibing out on Halloween, man.
I will say that I purposely did grab my Jason Ohio State hockey hoodie.
You get a point for that. You get a sticker for that.
I get a sticker.
You get a
sticker
sticker for
people
that.
have noticed, like, oh, that's a pretty cool hoodie. Where'd you get that? I'm like, years ago, got it.
Fire.
Don't make it anymore. But it's the Jason mask, so
that was a flex.
Counts.
That was a nice little flex right there. TLC, did you catch that? They don't make it anymore. So if you can't even get
I didn't
this.
make it.
You can't
I'm
even
just saying, I don't think they make it anymore. Somebody asked me, where'd you get that? And
You
I
walked
said,
right into that one.
All right, I actually did. Joe De Leon, Ponce De Leon coming up 2:30. College football A to Z Sports will have overs and unders this hour. Pressure cooker as always. College football picks. Tim May in the bulletin. We reunite with our buddy, the Golden Domer, BQ, the one and only Brady Quinn. It is going to feel
Peaches
so
and
good.
herb?
Yes, I believe so.
Good call.
That sounds right.
Good call, TLC.
Is it reunited and it feels so good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's.
What was the alternative option?
Yeah, where were you thinking?
Feels so nice.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Good.
But when you
Something
started,
because you understood.
You want to remix it, AR? Is that what you're saying? We'll remix this thing.
No, I don't want to remix anything really. And then we'll have Ben Jones covering Penn State on the Substack there at 2:30. All right, we'll get it. By the way, we told you not to just. My team's cooked. Ravens are done. We told
I had every reason to feel that way.
We told you, though, not to feel that way.
You guys weren't sitting there saying it's because of how good we are.
No.
You guys were saying
He's
how
coming
bad
back.
the other teams are that we're about to play.
And your schedule, and the fact that Lamar wasn't out for the year, and the issues that are going on in the division. Yeah, it was a mixture, but we said don't just bail on him completely. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, I think a lot of people would bail on their teams when their team's 1-5. You know what I mean? Like at 1-5, there's not a lot of positivity to be had. I think a lot of people would have been where I was.
You didn't have your quarterback for 2 weeks.
No, I know, but my thing was he wasn't going to be able to save all of this. What's been the surprise is the last 2 weeks, I mean, they've only given up 16 points to the Bears, and they gave up, 6 last night to Miami. That's the thing. Like that,
taking the ball away.
That's what's going to turn this thing around quickly. We know what Lamar and that offense can do, but that is the biggest talking point to me is that they're not a Swiss cheese defense anymore. Now, it is the Bears.
That's right.
In the Dolphins. So I don't want to get too carried away, but you guys were trying to lean me. Hey, man, it ain't over yet.
That's all.
And it ain't over yet.
It's not.
I still think TLC Steelers are going to print the shirts and win the AFC North. But now we got a division race that
See
is
the reverse psychology?
It's up for
See
grabs.
what he's doing?
Look, by the way, they're going to get Pittsburgh twice still.
You just printed my shirts for me.
You at least have an argument. It's not like you've lost to Pittsburgh twice already and you don't have a shot at them. You'll get them twice. You'll get them at home first.
No, the only reason why I did that is because I got an email last night from a Steeler fan, TLC, saying, print the shirts for your Ravens, trying to hit me with my own reverse curse. So your fan base, somebody's trying to do it to me. So
I got a minion out there somewhere in Central Ohio.
Maybe it was your burner account, TLC. Yep.
Matty did print the shirts. He did. You're done. It's over.
Cooked.
Not that it ever was anything.
Oh, man.
Here's the difference.
Yeah.
For me, you make the playoffs. And you got a shot to make some noise.
Okay. Okay.
They make the playoffs.
You don't believe
and I think they have a ceiling that just kind of they bump their head again. I just don't see them making a big run. It's not like Pittsburgh is bad. I just don't it'd be nice if I could believe in one part of them still. Like where I could say, hey, Aaron's still Aaron. He's got the experience between the years. He's better than most. And their defense, they can hang their hat on that, or they're running the football. Right now, I just don't know who they are. Yeah. They just sometimes their defense doesn't. They give up home run after home run, and then sometimes they actually score points when I don't think they can score points. So who knows? And that's what makes football great. It's one game, not 7 games, not baseball, it's not hockey. Like this is it. You get 4 quarters, and that's what you get. So I think that whenever you make the tournament, there's certainly a chance.
And it's crazy to say this out loud, but there's a measuring stick game for the Steelers in the form of the Indianapolis Colts this weekend.
No doubt.
Crazy, but that's kind
of... Is that a measuring stick game for them, too? Or are we just accepting that they're really good at this point?
I'm not accepting that yet.
I was surprised that their spread was only 3 points because the Colts are playing so much better football than us right now.
I think you can accept the fact that team wants to line it up and hand it to Jonathan Taylor, and they're going to be fairly successful in doing it.
No, front seven looks anything like it did against Green Bay, against Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor.
That's real.
He's going to get to run for 4 straight quarters.
But there's not going to be anybody that's going to pick the Colts over the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, anybody in the playoffs. So
probably not.
They're a regular season fun story, but when it comes down to it,
they're the Vikes of last year.
I don't think anybody's really believing that they're going to do anything of significance this year.
But the thing about the Vikings last year, they had that stretch of like 5 games in a row where they were like losing, and then having all these fourth quarter comebacks for close victories. The Colts are kind of dominating for now. Now, look, we have like 2 months until the playoffs, and so there's going to be exactly. And he was coaching the Colts, speaking of, but the thing about that is that there's so much time left that we don't even know what we got left, because who's going to be talking about the Colts' first half of the season 2 months from now if the next 2 months are kind of just okay and not really convincing? Nobody.
I think, listen, what Matty said about it's when you get to the playoffs, a lot of it is either you have a lockdown defense or you have a quarterback. And if we're starting to weigh the quarterbacks in the AFC that'll be in the playoffs against Daniel Jones, I think that, of course, the public will lean towards Buffalo or Kansas City or
even the Chargers, a team like that, like those teams. And that's all I'm saying. Like it's an awesome story. Like they are really deserving of all the respect that they're getting right now because they've earned it. And it's a complete team on both sides of the ball. I'm just not willing to go all in because of what I've seen from old Danny Dimes for years and years. And so I still think that has a chance to pop up.
Would you not agree that it's almost eerily the same as how you felt and I felt and everybody did about Sam Darnold? That what we were watching last year was very cool for him, and then we got to the playoffs, it was Stafford, and you were done.
Yeah.
And that's
a good comp.
Yeah,
it's a good comp.
Now, if they can win the AFC and get the bye and get a home game, then all of a sudden I think there's something real about it, because that comes back to my 4 quarters. And you don't have to win a series. And with Daniel Jones, maybe you got one game because you got that running game and you have that defense. It's like, I think, you know what, maybe another good comp would be like, how would you feel if they played Denver? Because it's not like you're that afraid of Knicks. Right, exactly. So you'd have to know where, because there'd be a tiebreaker, because the Denver defense, they can hang their hat on that. And Knicks has a fighter's chance, a puncher's chance to beat anybody. But I think that would be a very interesting type playoff game. You get the Colts in Denver, because the quarterbacks aren't winning the narrative. It would go to everything else. Yeah. And New England. What if New England gets in, which they should? And you got Drake May. How do you feel about him?
I'm rolling with Drake May all day.
Well, right now you'd feel that way. Yeah.
Even then, I'm going to feel that way. It's still Daniel Jones to me. We got to remind ourselves of who this is and what we've seen from this man his entire career.
I hate doing that.
But we have to, though. It's the body of work. Like we can't take the flash in the pan and say that that's who he is, and now he's made some massive leap into the elite tier or the tier below that. Like I don't see it.
We got some emotional scars, though. Daniel Jones has one playoff win against who? So if anybody's going to be taking Daniel Jones seriously on this show.
And Daniel Jones was in the Minnesota Vikings building last year.
Oh, so he's all the secrets.
A little partial. He likes a little Daniel. There's one of his guys. One of his former
I like
guys.
him for another reason.
Why?
Tell him.
Because he's an underdog.
That's right. Because everybody thinks he's Drek.
No, he's not Drek. He's not Drek. He's a good quarterback.
Oh, I'll tell you who everyone thinks is Drek now is Brian Daboll. Because the entire time with when Daniel Jones was there, it was, Josh Allen made Brian Daboll because he was the Bills offensive coordinator under McDermott when Josh Allen was there. And so the story became, this guy, Josh Allen made Brian Daboll, and that's why that he's failing with the Giants. And now we have two examples as Daniel Jones is now going to a different I have no idea who the Colts offensive coordinator is because I think Shane Steichen.
It's his offense.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He was
offense.
Gannon was defensive coordinator. Steichen was offensive coordinator. Either way.
Bob Cooter.
Is it actually?
I think it is.
It's like a movie character.
I know he's coaching in the NFL now, but now it's becoming like, Daboll can't coach anybody correctly because Josh Allen's better he made Josh Allen, or Josh Allen made him, and now Daniel Jones is better elsewhere. So now Daboll is Drek.
I don't think
Look
that's
what he's doing.
the case.
Look what he's doing with Dart.
There's some flashes there with Dart to where I think you got to let him see that through.
I mean, he's the team doctor. He's the head coach. He's everything.
Did you see the comments from Robert Saleh about Jackson Dart? He was saying, like, hey, I can understand why he went in the blue tent and did what he did. Because remember, he got fined for that. I think that happened when you were out. That game where Daboll is literally, in my mind, saying, get him out on the field. I don't care what's going on.
Okay, see, here's what I think he was actually saying. I don't think, my gut tells me that coach wasn't in there saying, I don't care, get him out here. I don't think he was saying that. What I do,
he was yelling and angry at
I know that. What I do think he was trying to do was to get an answer quicker. Either he's in or he's out. Make a decision. I don't want this to be a 10-minute concussion protocol.
Yeah, he almost followed them into the 10.
I think that's what it was.
It was like a 1.5 second buffer period.
Do I have him or do I not have him? I need to know. That's what I think happened.
He was on the Russell Wilson roller coaster for a little bit, got off, had to get back on, and was like, get me off as quickly as possible.
Well,
I do not want to see him out there anymore. So Robert Saleh saying that I thought was absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, I think Daboll's got something with Dart. But, yeah, just real quick back to the AFC North. It's definitely interesting. There's no doubt about it. And if Cincinnati messes around and wins this weekend, then it really gets fun.
They got some weirdness going on. Hendrickson's not dressed. Logan Wilson strolling into practice.
Everybody on defense wants a trade, it seems like, at this point.
Flacco may be out. It might be back to Browning.
That's why I said if. That's why it's a big if. But if they do win on Sunday, the North gets a little crazy.
Oh, it's a jumble. Yeah, I like it that way. All right, we'll come back. We'll get into Ohio State, Penn State, the narratives around it, and the Jim Knowles factor. How does it impact? Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who go above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we honor Alex Osuji. Alex has made an impact by volunteering for the Buddy Walk dance team and is a member of his church's hospitality team. During this Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and the Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. GermainLexus.com.
You know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, or shoulders? It can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief. In some cases, within a day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, but has made its way to the U.S., and there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because patients are getting released from acute pain and spreading the word. Here's the most interesting detail. This device is both diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Tessner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and trigger your body's natural healing response. StemWave uses sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if it's a good solution for your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for your consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here in Columbus. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
With autumn's arrival, ISA certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fan's YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see showers on and off today, so a damp and blustery day with gusty winds and temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to low 50s. For the kids that are trick-or-treating this evening, we could see some lingering showers. Otherwise, it'll be damp, cold, and breezy with temperatures dropping, especially after sunset. Overnight, we're into the 30s, and for Friday, drier conditions and highs in the mid-50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfello with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Want to jinx your favorite sports team?
Please get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
Just ask Maddie to print your shirts. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, I put out the poll, TLC. What should it officially be called? Trick-or-treating or Beggar's Night? I've never in my life called it Beggar's Night.
About to say, considering I never even heard the term Beggar's Night until year 20, I think.
All right, okay.
I mean, maybe I just didn't remember it, but
I don't know why I have such energy for it not being Beggar's Night. Like, I shouldn't care that much. Maybe it's just the kid in me is like fighting for trick or treat. Like, that's it. I said to Maddie during the break, what about smash and grab? What about a good old smash and grab? You like got a pumpkin out
Paint
there.
the picture for me for the smashing part. What's that look like?
Pumpkin.
The trick or treat part. What are you?
Well,
what are we
somebody
smashing?
sometimes
smashing pumpkins? Is that what it is?
That's right.
Okay.
21st night of September.
Just pulling up to somebody's porch and just smashing pumpkins and then taking the candy.
I was not a pumpkin smasher. I'm being totally honest with you. What we did, and I think I told you this years ago. I don't know if you can still do it, but we were big with the shaving cream. So, like whether it was the house or the cars or whatever, it was harmless, not eggs. All right, and so if you take a Barbasol shaving cream can, and when I was a kid, if you flip the top over and turn it, you can put it back on that stem, and then it's like an aerosol. Then it's like silly string.
Right.
Then it just goes
flying out of there.
Yes, incredible. I don't know if you can still do that, but I did that.
It's crazy. Like there's certain like smells that stick with you in your life.
Ooh, that
and my
smell.
dad used to use Barbasol all the time, and I feel like I can
that
still smell it right now. Great.
Yes, or cologne.
Yeah, like just certain things that stick with you. And when you were saying Barbasol, I could like see the can and like kind of smell it right now. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know, when you say it that way, that's
that smell.
A little out of pocket.
All right, so just saying.
I don't know. It wasn't worse than the bun.
All right.
Yeah,
Maddie got a little too much extra mayonnaise on his. Remember when he went through the drive-thru? By the way, did you ever watch the Joe Pesci clip?
I don't think I ever recall Matty Ice going through a drive-thru.
He did.
Does Clean Eats have a drive-thru?
You were a part of the conversation. That's sad that you forgot. This was just a couple weeks ago. Remember when I was saying I went through the Wendy's drive-thru? They had like the AI robot taking my order.
I remember this part.
And then I got the 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, and I wanted them with no mayo. Got to the crib, opened it up, mayo everywhere.
Oh, man.
Mayo everywhere.
Yeah, so I said next time he goes through the drive-thru, I bet he's not going to leave without separating those buns. Seeing what happens.
I thought you tried to crown me with a new nickname as the bun spreader.
Yes, he's now the bun spreader.
That's crazy.
Like, I think you're not going to do it again. You go through there.
I'm not going to check my order, though, in the line. Just for the sauces only. That's all I look for. As long as those sauces are in there, I'm good.
Okay.
I feel like it's human behavior that when you get burned even just one time for the rest of your life, you're prone to checking, hey, did they get this right?
Maybe the AI robot, you didn't take my advice and just say it louder and a little
louder and slower.
No mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. None of that.
Like Adam King in Spain. Where is the bathroom? Or Greece, wherever he is, because you never know.
Okay, so where are we on this game this weekend? I hate to put it into a walkover category like I would if Rutgers or somebody. There's some respect there. There's a little bit of the interim. There's a little bit of coming off the bye week for Penn State. A little bit of Jim Knowles sprinkled on that sandwich.
Hometown kid playing quarterback for him, getting some revenge on the team he grew up.
Remember the kid from Michigan State?
Oh, yeah.
The kid from Lima Catholic?
Yeah. I remember the name's escaping me, but I know. Is it Aiden O'Connell?
No. Hang on. I'm going to get it.
Although he is on IR, I think.
I think it was Tyler O'Connor.
That sounds about right.
Yes. Anyway, came in here against Urban and Zeke and give me the ball more and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
And declaring for the draft in the postgame press conference.
That was Gary. That was the air guitar, the running off the field.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm with you. I didn't know he declared after the game, though. I'm
pretty sure he was crying, upset that he didn't get the ball enough, and he was like, I'm definitely going to the NFL next year.
He definitely was upset about not getting the ball.
I'm almost positive he declared for the draft in the postgame.
I do declare.
I'm going to have to double check that because if I'm wrong, that's bad.
Ohio State's won 8 straight versus them. 12 of the last 13. Penn State hasn't won here in 14 years. They get a couple pieces back on their O-line, I believe. Katron Allen on the road carried it 28 times. That's the recipe. It has to be. Jim Knowles has to come in here like a lot of these coordinators and head coaches have tried, which is hang in the game as long as possible, make Ohio State earn everything they can. To Ohio State's credit, they have not been frustrated. They've been patient. Sayan's taken everything the defense is giving him, and it's death by 1,000 cuts, and we'll take you down the field, and you're getting 3 or getting 7 either way. But it's about staying in the game, and the only way Penn State can do it, and I'm not trying to disrespect Ethan Grunkmeyer, but that's a redshirt freshman making his second start ever on the road at Ohio State. And I'm not saying I was easy, and it wasn't easy for him. But if he hands the ball off 30 times to Katron Allen,
that's what they want to do.
And you actually can move the chains. Like, that's the other part. You can give it to him all you want. Well, Ohio State's got the second best run defense in the conference. So that's why I come back to that. And then add Ohio State's defense and Patricia being a wizard at confusing quarterbacks that have a lot more experience than he does.
Absolutely.
So how do I come up with a plan that says that we should respect Penn State more than we did like Wisconsin?
It's hard to see that right now, for sure. Like it really is. Any way that they're going to be able to go up and down the field time and time again, because we just haven't seen that from anybody's offense all year long. And especially when you're talking about a backup now coming in who just doesn't have a ton of experience to deal with the defense that he's going to see. He's going to have his moments because he's an athletic guy. He's a guy that can do some things with his legs every now and then, but they don't want to get into those deep waters with him to where they're asking him to throw the rock 30 to 40 times. What they want to do is punch you in the mouth with Katron Allen and with Singleton. And when it comes to Allen specifically, he's been good in early downs. And that's what I can't wait to see, is that battle between the offensive line and Allen going up against this really good defense at Ohio State, because Katron Allen on first down, you're talking 7 yards a pop. And on second down, it's 5.5. And so if Ohio State can win those battles, that first and second down battle, and say, hey, Ethan, what do you have? Good luck against the best defense on third down, because Ohio State, they lead the nation in third down defense this year. That's where they can really tighten the screws tomorrow, because offensively for Ohio State, they're going to try to, I think Jim Knowles is going to try to make them run the ball, since that's kind of out there that consistently maybe Ohio State can't really dominate you that way, even though it's been okay. But I just think on defense for Ohio State, they win first and second down and turn this game into, hey, it's third and long more times than not for them. I think that's where they can have a bunch of success tomorrow.
Interesting part is that Singleton was their home run hitter. Allen was the steady guy. And now Singleton is one of those MIA guys. Like, I think he had the coaching change, I think, affected him. The position coach change affected him. And I think Franklin was always in his corner. We'll ask Ben Jones about it at 2:30.
Yeah.
But Allen is averaging nearly 3 yards more a carry, as I'm looking at the stats here, than Singleton. And he's coming off a game versus Iowa where he had a career high in carries. That's a career high 28, by the way. To get that or more, he's going to have another career high. He had 145 yards against a good defense. Allen is one rushing touchdown away from matching his career best from 3 years ago. Singleton has scored one. Well, he's got 6 rushing touchdowns in their 4 Big Ten losses. But you know what he's averaging per carry in those games, Matty?
Like
2.71.
Oh, wow. Worse than I thought it was.
I mean, you can almost fall forward and get a yard and a half.
Right. And so that's why they have to have that on offense, because when you look at where their quarterback is right now, and it's a very small sample size, I get that, but it's 5 yards per pass attempt for him. And so if they can force his hand a little bit, I don't know if he's comfortable in doing that. And now you're talking about letting the Caden Currys of the world, the Arvell Reeses of the world, the Caden McDonalds, with the year that they're having down in the trenches, those dudes could just come downhill and just start getting after the quarterback. And so that's got to be the scary part of this for Penn State, because even if they had Drew Aller in this game, the weaponry on the outside for Penn State hasn't been consistent enough, and I know they took a swing at it with a few guys coming through the portal, but I'm just not seeing it out wide for them. And so it's got to come via the run, and Ohio State knows that, and I think they're going to be playing downhill. And with the best linebacking duo in the country right now, those guys should be racking up a bunch of tackles tomorrow.
Want to take a swing at me? Gutless? Punk. Oh, I'd like to take a big swing at you, but I don't think I want to go to the stockade. Free power core for the kid if he gets it.
I'm going power coreless.
Oh, I'd like to take a big swing at you, Sarge.
I don't know.
Stripes. Ever seen it?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
What year was that?
81, maybe? 82?
That's amazing.
Oh, wait, no, just kidding.
Okay.
Never mind.
Oh, you were thinking of
I'm thinking of
some
a
other
movie about
whoa.
a zebra who, like, races horses.
Don't think of those other movies. Yeah, I think you were thinking of a different movie.
I was thinking of Racing Stripes.
Joe DeLeon up next, Maddie, in 2 minutes. I got a proposition for him on whether he'll take it this versus the field.
Okay.
We'll see what he does next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront costs before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Carpenter here. Are you feeling low energy, trouble focusing, less interest in the things you used to enjoy? How about this? Less strength. It could be low testosterone. Affinity Whole Health is offering free labs to check your testosterone levels. These labs, they're normally $99, but in the month of October, they are free. Sign up now at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Learn why I and thousands of other men trust the experts at Affinity Whole Health. Go to feelgreatcolumbus.com and feel like yourself again.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony used to ski in his jeans? Are you serious? No, he's not from New Jersey. Back to Rothman and Ice.
No, but I have skied in my jeans. Joe DeLeon, college football reporter, A to Z Sports, and a lot more. Joe, welcome back. How you been?
Doing great. It's been an incredibly chaotic college season since the last time we talked, but I've been doing good besides trying to keep up with all the craziness.
All right, I'm going to give you a proposition right out of the gate here. You ready? I'm going to give you the two betting favorites right now, Ohio State and Indiana, or the field to win it all.
National championship or
national
championship?
Championship.
I'm going to take Ohio State. I think that
you get them both. You'd get Ohio State and Indiana or the field.
Okay. I would take Ohio State and Indiana. The problem with the field is that we look at all the options that we have on the table, and there's really not one that we can make a strong case for. Alabama looks awesome over the past month, and Ty Simpson looks like a Heisman Trophy winner, but they can't run the ball consistently. When they can't run the ball, it causes some serious problems for them. Georgia has an explosive offense, and their run game is fantastic, but they don't have a pass rush. They've got 8 sacks on the season. Ole Miss looks really fun with Trinidad Chambliss, but they don't have a run defense either. And I think if we look at the teams in the other conferences, Miami's had inconsistencies because Carson Beck hasn't played great. Texas Tech collapsed when they didn't have Baron Morton, and he can't stay healthy. So with all these issues, I got to go with the two teams that have been the most consistently dominant. Ohio State's got the most athletic defense orchestrated by the most brilliant defensive mind right now in college football. He's using all these guys so effectively, and you get the emergence of guys like Caden Curry and Caden McDonald and Arvell Reese. He's activated all those players. And on the Indiana side of things, they're just smoking everyone. I know that the Iowa game wasn't super exciting, super confident, but that was a butt whooping that they put on Illinois and the way that they played against Oregon. And everybody was thinking, like, hey, maybe UCLA can do something here, and they blew past them. So either of those teams would be the pick. And if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely go with Ohio State.
So, Joe, you do a great job with college football and the NFL draft. I want to ask you about Fernando Mendoza because I have to imagine there may be some Browns fans listening that may be interested in drafting Fernando because it looks like they'll be picking a quarterback next year unless something drastic changes with Dylan and Shador. But when you look at Fernando Mendoza, where's he stacking up amongst the draft-eligible quarterbacks for you right now?
Yeah, right now he's the number one guy, and he was the number one guy for me coming into the season. I was super excited about what he brought to the table, but a lot of these quarterbacks fell into this bucket of like, I want to see what he does in the new setting with everything around him, with higher expectations on his shoulders, because the year before he was at Cal. He's just this kind of unexpected, plucky guy that was making some big plays. A lot of things that were exciting, but now he's on this national stage and he has exceeded every expectation so far. And I think the one thing that's been really impressive about him is that it's the natural decisiveness and feel for the game is what we look for when we evaluate quarterback prospects. I think a lot of times we get super excited and caught up with the Anthony Richardsons of the draft processes, or even this year, Lenore Sellers was that type of a guy that was a really physically gifted, dominant guy. But Sellers hasn't played that well because everything around him is completely collapsed. His offensive line's been bad, and he's been asked to do everything, and he hasn't been able to step up to the plate in that regard. Mendoza has shown, I think, just some really, really pure ability to play, and I think that he is going to be in that conversation of at least being a top 3 pick.
All right, let me get you back to the conversation a little bit about Ohio State, Penn State, and the spread's pretty large, almost 3 touchdowns. And while Penn State did play well in that tight loss to Iowa a couple of weeks ago, and they do have a good running back or possibly 2, does the quarterback situation at Penn State just end any conversation that they could be in this game? That was it was a question. I think he just pulled a ripcord.
Ethan Grunkmeyer
too spicy
no.
of a question.
I think it was. I think it was just one of those. You know what?
He's like, I gotta get out of here.
It probably was symbolic. A little bit. All right, that was boom. It was like a muffled drum. All right, well. You're going to wait for him to call back? Or
No, I'll try to get him back.
I was going to say, I was looking at him. He's like typing on the keyboard. I don't think you can get him on the keyboard.
Well, I want to play it back and listen to it again.
Wait a minute. Let's try to get him back on the line before we relive what just happened.
Listen, that is the mind of TLC. Worried about the drops more than the guests.
I'm only worried about the drops over here.
Forget the guest. I just got a new drop I got to cut.
I'll call him back.
You know what happened? By the way, when you lose a call, and you don't know why, a cell phone drops. Yeah. What is the protocol? If you called that person, then you should call back, or do you wait for them to call back?
I think you wait. I think you wait in his position. I think you wait until the producer calls back. He just said,
"I'm not. Forget producer. I'm talking about in real life."
Hold on. He texted me just now. He said, "Hey, something's going on with my phone."
Let me talk to the listener.
I just texted him, said, "Calling you back now."
I feel like when I'm on the phone with my brother or somebody, and the phone just drops, and we don't know why.
Yeah.
What is the protocol? Because then you wait, and then you get the dueling calls.
Then it's
like
just
you're calling
right away.
Like
I think I would call back. Like if my line dropped.
Doesn't matter whether you originally called or not.
No, I'd call back. Yeah, I'd call back.
I always find that I start feeling that weirdness, and I better call. I don't want to be that guy that just doesn't call back. Clearly, TLC's like, you know what? I'll wait for him to call.
That's amazing.
He's just our guest.
TLC didn't even care about calling.
I look through the glass, and I'm like, what is he typing? I don't think you can get through to him on the keyboard.
Oh, he heard a new drop, and he wanted it.
That's right. I want to listen to this back.
But it is that was pretty interesting to hear, that he had prior to the season starting that Fernando Mendoza was his QB1. So good on Joe, because he was ahead of all of this.
How could he be? That's amazing.
I think he went back and looked at all his film at Cal and all that. That's big time stuff. What he just said, that he believed in Fernando that much before seeing anything, that he was the guy. Got him back, TLC?
Let me answer. No.
I tried.
Okay.
All right. So maybe something is going on with his phone.
Probably. I'll text him and say, don't worry about it.
That's a wrap.
And cut.
And scene. Let me ask you I'll answer my own question. Yes.
What was your question again? I'm sorry.
Maybe you can play it back.
We can.
Does the quarterback situation at Penn State just end any conversation that they could be in this game?
That is good.
I think the answer was yes.
Good. That's good.
I think that's what it was. Click. You answer it. Here's the deal.
No, because you know where I've been at all week, and everybody's been saying that not you, but Bobby and Dane and DeVere, and everybody's saying, like, this is not a trap game, and I get that, but I'm just going off of what they have on their roster. And look, Coach Day's been saying it all week. Now, it could be fake. He could be lying, but this isn't a roster that doesn't have, like, it's a lot of seniors on this team.
And that's why I posed it that way.
Yeah.
While they have all that talent. So you can answer the question. Knowing that they have a redshirt freshman in his second start ever on the road in this place, after seeing what you saw 2 weeks ago at Iowa, does that end the conversation where you can hang your hat on that they still have a bunch of talent and should be a 4-quarter game?
No.
Right. Exactly. That's it.
No.
I think it's the quarterback. Because I don't know how good they would have been with Aller. Aller's been really hit and miss. I thought Aller played very well against them last year. Maybe I was the only one. Because I remember when we came in here on Monday, I was like, man, he was running the ball. He was decisive. He was taking off. He had some good throws. They don't ask him to do too much. And they were competitive. Ohio State has been one of those teams, though, that's kind of had a tough time putting teams away in the first half. That's just not the way the offense is designed right now. And more importantly, it's the defenses are playing against Ohio State to, quote, hang in the game somehow. Let's not give up these quick home runs where they just, hit these multi-shots over the top, and now we're down 21 and it's over. Like they're doing because they're trying to shorten the game. So would you rather be down 14-3? Right? In 30 minutes or, 21-0 in the first quarter. Like, this is how teams are playing them.
I think Ohio State Coach Day and Hartline specifically on offense are just willing to take what the defense is giving them. I think in the back of their mind, they know they can expand this thing and do more if they need to. But I think this has always been about a process for Julian and not overwhelming him too much in year one, because they know with the defense that we have, we don't have to go out there and ask our quarterback and offense to save us. That's just not in play this year. And that's the beauty of this season. I think one of the best things about how this year is unfolding with a young quarterback is that he doesn't have to be a superhero. Now, he's showing ability in some of these games that I think he can be that and will be that in time. But right now, with the defense they got, with Patricia calling the plays the way he's calling them, look, that's all you need to do is stick with this formula. I understand it's always fun to watch big-time plays and a lot of points on the board, but I just think you got to be true to who you are early on in the season. And for the most part, I think they've done a good job of playing complementary football and developing a quarterback right before our eyes.
Penn State's got to ask their guys this week that you're playing the number one team in the country on the road. Nobody thinks you got a chance. The one thing that you may have is, can you stand up physically in the trenches? Can you do that? And if you can do that, then you got a fighter's chance to get this to the second half. And that's probably what they're thinking, because Katron carried it 28 times. And I would anticipate him getting a pretty high dose.
You know what the problem is for them, though, because I agree with you, is that even if they do march up and down, this defense in the red zone has been awesome, right?
So I don't think they're marching.
It's a whole nother mission if you can even do that. It's like if we get down there, Ohio State hasn't been giving up points down in the red zone a whole lot.
And I also think for the quarterback, for Ethan, it's going to be, he should embrace that whatever it's going to be, this is the one that I'll remember. Like for now, like this is the one. So
this was his childhood dream, Ohio State. And so, the nerves are definitely going to be there.
Some friends, family, people that certainly will be in his corner. All right, we'll come back with overs and unders next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, Go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 26 Chevy Trailblazer or 25 Trax, $189 a month. New 26 Chevy Equinox, $239 a month. Or a new 26 Silverado, just $369 a month. Visit CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
For kids, KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
He's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
but
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah.
We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Start at Columbus State Community College. Columbus State equips you with the skills to launch a high-tech career in Columbus's fastest-growing fields, including cybersecurity, software development, and more. That's why employers fueling Central Ohio's tech boom hire our graduates. Plus, our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive campus community. Take the first step. Apply at cscc.edu/IT.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice presents Overs and Unders.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, TLC, this will be flying by the seat of our vintage pants. What do you got for us?
All right, so I like when teams are going home in a series hot off a win. You got double momentum. You're at home. You just got to win. But Yamamoto's on the mound. So how many games is this World Series going? The over-under is obviously 6.5.
Favorite is the Dodgers are the favorite tonight with him on the mound. I feel like, and we'll do pressure cooker at 1:15, and certainly I'll have some element of this in there. Yes, inherently the pressure's on the Dodgers. They're the ones facing elimination.
Yeah.
But doesn't it have a feel that if you're Toronto, you just can't get a good vibe on it? I know they've had great history and Joe Carter and all that stuff from the past, and maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but I'm going to guess this goes 7. He's been so good. Gausman's been good. I feel like the Dodgers going out in 6 would be a surprise to me, even though, and then you tell me, because I had this discussion earlier today with a buddy about home field in baseball and what it really truly means. Because out of all the sports, it means the least, I would think, as far as home field. And I'm not saying the players can feel the energy from the home crowd. That is real. But, man, silencing a building and having that work for you as well, if you take the lead first. So I'm going to, long answer, I think we got this thing going 7.
There's so much pressure on him today, obviously because their season's on the line, but more importantly because Dave Roberts doesn't trust anybody in that bullpen not named Sasaki. Like that's their formula. They got to go starter to Sasaki because anybody else coming out of that bullpen door, there is no confidence there at all. And so Yamamoto's been dominant, 2 complete games in the postseason, so he's got everything that you could possibly want. It's just for me right now, the Dodgers offense outside of Shohei is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
That's the problem in this. So he can be as dominant as he wants to be. Like, you're asking this man to probably shut out Toronto at this point based off the way the Dodgers offense is looking at the moment. So I'm going to go with the over on this. I do think he's going to be great again, but I still think Toronto's going to win the World Series.
Think about the guys he had to go with in the 18-inning affair, where there's Dreyer. I know Sasaki was in there. Sheehan, Kershaw got the out. It's Klein obviously was unbelievable story. So there is no tomorrow, Rocky.
You just don't want any of those guys coming out of that door. You don't.
That's true, and that's why he's got the right guy on the mound tonight.
And that's why if this does go to a game 7, I think you're going to see like the start, like Shohei comes back to pitch. Like you're not going to see the bullpen guys. You can't trust those guys.
If Yamamoto can't go 6 1/3 or get through, he's got to get through. He's got to get through 6. In my mind,
7, I think.
Probably 7.
I think you can ask Sasaki to get you 6 outs.
In game 2, he had the complete game where he finished off the final 20.
Polished them off.
He polished off the final 20 batters.
He's filthy.
He is.
And it doesn't really even look, it reminds me of when I was a kid of watching like Maddox. It doesn't look.
He got that 100-mile-an-hour in him, though. He's got that.
It's the delivery. There's nothing.
The effort isn't. Doesn't look like he's using a bunch of effort.
And he just spots it. He can throw his off speed for strikes. He finds his location is terrific.
The problem with this is you're asking a pitcher to give you so many outs, and you're going up against an offense that just makes life tough for everybody because they don't
strike out.
They don't.
No,
they just don't. And so that's the tough part for him tonight.
And they're not a Cinderella. That's a 1-seed, 94-win baseball team.
Man, it's leading the charge. Batting champion Bo Bichette is back.
I got it.
Kirk, their catcher's a 3-time All-Star. They're not a cute story.
Newsflash. The Blue Jays won more games this year than the Dodgers.
There you go.
I don't know if anybody knows that.
Right.
They did. But I still think it's going 7.
Should be a fun scene tonight. Yep.
Now, I want to test this one out because I've been noticing a trend that with the really low over-unders, you guys still go under, and the really high over-unders, you guys still go over. You know who doesn't play this weekend? The Browns, which means that 2 other teams will be featured in the lowest over-under of the week because the Browns, I think, have been in that game every single time. We got the Broncos and Texans. Lowest over-under of the week, 40.5.
Okay. Two solid defenses. We talked about yesterday how amazing this pass rush has been for Denver up front. I mean, they're dominating in the sack category right now. CJ in this offense, AR, it's been clunky this year. I know Nico, it looks like he is going to play. He's not having, I think, the year a lot of people thought he would have. This is in Denver?
No.
This is in Houston.
Yeah. 2 playoff teams from last year.
I'll take the over.
You got it at 40.5?
40.5.
It's that defense for Denver against CJ and the way the Texans are not allowing a lot of points. I think the best, that's the best in their history as far as through first 7 games.
Oh, wow.
They've allowed like 100 points.
Nick Benito has fallen to 4th place in the Depoy rankings.
I could see this being a 20-17 game.
Okay, going under?
Yeah, I'm going to take the under.
All right, we're going to have to wait for Monday night for this one, but the highest over-under total in a weekend that has a few 50-pluses. This one's 53.5. Cardinals at Cowboys.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bengals and Bears. Where's that one?
That's 50.5.
Okay.
But the Cowboys have been a regular in these high over-under games, which means they have a bad defense.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over. I think this thing could get weird. This could get into the 70s. Like
Kyler back.
Yeah, I think this could be a 41-30 game. Like, I feel like it could be that.
Two of the best tight ends and fantasy tight ends, and Trey McBride and Jake Ferguson right now.
They could trip into a 35-28 game.
I feel like it's going that way too. Actually, you know what? I don't. I'm going under. Kyler come back maybe a little rusty in game one.
You can't prove that,
under.
Rusty.
And we'll have more Bengals and Bears talk at 2:20.
We'll come back top of the hour. Nice little first hour in the bag. We come back. Is it time to unplug the experiment? One analyst says it is time. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
This time of year, it's all or nothing, and Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through November 3rd, get 1.75 APR financing or $3,000 customer cash on a powerful new 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $409 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stock up with big fall savings at Menards. Winterize with RV and Marine antifreeze and automotive antifreeze on sale now. Save big on an 8-pack of 100-watt or 12-pack of 60-watt LED light bulbs. Protect your home and family with great sale prices on select security lights and smoke alarms. Plus, stay warm with a fantastic selection of space heaters on sale. Check out Menards' weekly flyer for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Open a money market account at Kemba Financial Credit Union and enjoy a 4.00% APY intro rate until July 2026, 6 times the national average. Maintain easy access to your funds and secure financial stability. Don't miss out. Offer expires October 31st, 2025. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Advantage status and $5,000 minimum and $1 million maximum deposit required. APY equals annual percentage yield. Comparison based on FDIC average, federal insured by NCUA.
Cancer screening can save your life. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find resources for free and low-cost screening at cancer.org/getscreened. This is a public service message from the American Cancer Society.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
I lost count of how many foster homes I lived in. 20, maybe more. Each time, a new family, a new room, but never a space that felt like mine.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a permanent home.
Now I have my own room and decorated it myself. And just like my family, it's mine to keep.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State welcomes Penn State Saturday at noon. Nittany Lions quarterback and former Olentangy Brave Ethan Grunkemeyer makes his second start in the stadium he grew up attending. Buckeyes safety Caleb Downs on Grunkemeyer.
He's athletic. He can move. He can get out of certain situations. He did that in the last game that he played. There's not a lot of tape on him, but, I mean, we'll have to see in the game. At the end of the day, he's got to look somewhere. Got to throw the ball somewhere.
Top 25 college football tonight. Number 25 Memphis visits Rice at 7:30. World Series Game 6. Blue Jays host the Dodgers at 8. One win from the Crown. NBA in-season tournament starts tonight as the Cavs host the Raptors at 7:30. This update sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville and Raymond. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony finally hit a hole-in-one.
It's in the hole.
So now what? Just bask in the glory?
And that's how she wrote.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Hour number 2, which will include the pressure cooker, college football menu against the number, Tim May and the Bulletin. Jam-packed. Did Shedeur drop a hint on when he's going to get his shot?
Little teaser out there?
And Shedeur Sanders is staying in Cleveland for the bye week.
He's locked in. He's in the lab. Focused. I like hearing that. Okay. I'm here for it.
As Deion Sanders Jr., who wrote that? Makes admission over his brother's, say, your little brother? Week 8 injury status. I'm not really sure where this is going, but if he's sticking around, that's a decent sign.
He's not doing the old Odell and the Giants receivers going to Miami.
Well, I'll tell you. No.
The yacht pick with jeans and Tim's on?
No, actually something more legit. It's homecoming in Boulder.
So he had a reason. He had an excuse to leave Cleveland.
Right.
And he's like, no, I'm good.
He made it clear he's staying put in Cleveland. He goes, I'm not coming to see you homecoming. I can't make it out there. I wish I could, though.
Just look at my jersey or my jersey that's retired. Just wave at that. It's the best you're going to get from me.
Here's what he says. He goes, it just can't happen. I got treatment here in Cleveland.
Okay.
I got to get ready. Big ready.
Big ready. Got to stay ready, AR. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
You and I discussed this the other week on playing out this schedule. We think there are plenty more games left. But it is a bye week. They are going on the road to the Jets, then home against Baltimore. Chris Canty says the Dylan Gabriel experiment needs to be unplugged immediately.
You said nobody else is ready to play. Are we sure Dylan Gabriel's ready to play based on what we've seen already? I'm willing to make a change for change's sake because what I've gotten over the last 4 games with Dylan Gabriel is a guy that I have serious questions about whether or not he's an NFL quarterback. Seriously. I'm trying to figure out whether or not Kevin Stefanski wants to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Because to continue to stay the course with Dylan Gabriel based on the body of work that we've gotten just doesn't make any sense to me. It's nonsensical. Dylan Gabriel is absolutely awful. I mean, you're talking about a quarterback that is small, he lacks escapability, and he's got a noodle arm. His 25.8 QBR is actually worse than the QBRs of Deshaun Kaiser and Kevin Hogan in the 2017 season when Cleveland went 0-16. Let that sink in. It's as bad as it can get.
All right, so he's not completely wrong. But I don't know. I'm watching the games, too. The one thing I think he does have is somewhat of escapability. Because guess what? That's all he's had to do is escape. I've seen it. Like, he's on the run. He's got to bust out of the pocket. Part of that is probably the lack of height and the lack of blocking, too. Like, I don't think it's all on the fact that he's been garbage. The team around him isn't wonderful. But he's not wrong in talking about that he was undersized at the position when they drafted him. He's right about that.
The arm strength below average.
Yeah.
To me.
To drive footballs outside the numbers.
Yeah.
Not great.
And especially when you're talking about playing football in Cleveland this time of the year. It's not where you want to be. That's not the formula you want, right? Is to be talking about games down the line where you're hosting the Niners in Tennessee in late November, early December.
We got Brook Park
questioning. Well, that's real though. That's real. But for now, it could be a bit of an issue. Like I hear what Canty is saying. I don't think there's been enough flashes from Dylan Gabriel for any of us to truly believe at the moment that he is the dude that they're going to roll with in the future. But that's what this process has been about. But when you look at his limitations physically, when you look at where the numbers are right now, and prior to the game against New England, where he did have a couple touchdowns, had a couple picks in that as well, but it was like there was no touchdowns in the two games prior to that, and he got to throw the ball 50-plus times against TLC's Brownies, and they only put up 9 points in that game. And so there's a lot of moving parts here because I think we can look at his individual talent and say, all right, it's fine. It doesn't pass the eye test for a lot of the other quarterbacks around the NFL. And what that does is it puts so much pressure on your coaching staff and your GMs to make everything perfect around him. And that's not a world you want to live in more times than not. And so unless he really has a significant bounce back over the next week or two, however long this leash is going to be, I think you turn the keys over to Shedeur. And then whatever that looks like, then you just take all this information into the offseason and figure out what you got to do. But, yeah, for Dylan right now, it hasn't been great. But, AR, if we were doing a draft right now of all the playmaking rooms around the NFL, where the Browns getting drafted.
That's right.
You know? So it's his lack of goods at a high level combined with a playmaking group right now outside of Quinshawn that's just
He's a system quarterback. He is. Everyone could say it. They didn't draft him in the first round.
They drafted him in the third.
In the third, yeah, they did.
That's a valuable pick.
They thought his experience. They thought if they built a system around him and that he could actually, in structure, be a pretty good quarterback. Problem is the NFL doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And if he was a guy that, because I think the brain, the IQ, I think they liked that about him. I think they liked the way he acted in tough times in college and the fact that he hung in there, was a little bit of a gamer, and they were looking at something there. But
you got to have the skills, man, because you're right, AR. Like what you're saying is you got to have that, but at the end of the day, it comes down to that arm and what you can do physically. And if that's going to be below average, which it looks like it probably will be, then I don't know if this is the guy.
So, yes, and making up for the measurables that are rough coming from college to pro.
Yeah.
That he processed pretty well pre-snap. He manipulated college defenses with his eyes. I thought he did. He did a pretty good job, and he had enough talent in college to be a very effective college quarterback. And I don't think you can do that on Sundays. Clearly, we haven't seen enough of it. But if you have weapons and you build a system around him, I think he can move the football. But they don't have all that. And the timing-based offense and play action and design rollouts and create throwing lanes for him, that all works when you got enough around you with blocking and everything else. So I'm with Canty in that it's probably not a future, but I also don't think it's a rush to get Shedeur in there because there are enough games left, like you said, to play this out. The bye week is what brings this narrative to the surface. The fact that we are in week 9, the fact that Gabriel has had 4 games under his belt, but you have a lot of games left. And so what are you going to do? Give Shedeur the final 9 games? So maybe they are trying to kind of see this through the bye week. This would be a good time to switch if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And if Shedeur is staying there for, quote, treatment, that's a good sign. But is it treatment, really? Because if it's treatment, really, then he's not ready to go in, probably.
Who knows what the real answer is for sure. Joe Hayden, former Brown, weighed in on the whole situation, too, as well. He was on the Honor the Land show, and here's what he had to say about the Browns quarterback situation.
Dylan Gabriel, keep giving the shot. I don't think he's the answer. I honestly, my particular opinion, because I don't want to seem like I'm just forcing Dylan out of there. I want to give him a valid shot. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be a very good quarterback, and I would like to give him a chance. But I'm like, if we go throw him in there, hopefully he's going to throw some more of these deep passes, just to speed outs. He's not going to throw errant passes all the time, like some of what Dylan's doing. I'm like, Dylan, come on, you're not throwing interceptions, but damn it, hit me with a good out route. You know what I'm saying? And just hit him in the chest, so then we can keep walking forward. He's throwing a couple of them, but it just doesn't look as fluid to me. And I think Shedeur is way better at being able to throw some of those passes.
He wants to open the offense up, right? I feel like Joe's looking at it from a cornerback's perspective, right? Mm-hmm. A former defender that if I'm out there defending against Dylan Gabriel, there's not a real chance that he's going to be pushing the ball down the field a lot, right? And so that bogs down your offense and allows a defense to hunt and get downhill. Maybe with Shedeur that will change with his ability, because I do think he's got some pretty good arm talent. I think the arm talent is better than what Dylan has. And so I can see that from a defender's perspective, how that can be limiting for an offense based off what we've seen from Dylan Gabriel so far.
I know what the fans are thinking. We're 2-6. We've seen enough. See the other guy. Want some excitement. Even in losses, will it be more exciting?
Yeah.
We have some kind of a future. Does Shedeur have a future? We saw him in the preseason. He looked good. Wasn't playing with the starters. We think there's something there. He's got more swag. He's just got more confidence. I don't know. But what I saw with Dylan Gabriel in college was he could run the RPO in college. But that was college. I think we're finding out that this level up for him has been difficult. And then you put him on this team, and I don't know if he was 6'3" instead of 5'11", whether that would even make a difference.
Right, because, we had Tua making the comment just the other day that I couldn't throw the ball to Jalen Waddle because I couldn't see him. Didn't have the confidence because I couldn't see where he was at. And so that's a real thing when you're talking about guys like that. And then you're asking the play caller to really cater, obviously, to his needs, but maybe doing too much catering to his needs and maybe taking your offense out of whack with what you have to do to get him out of the pocket. And does that become predictable if you have to do that all the time? And so those are the challenges that you have to work with when you talk about the physical traits that just aren't there. Because if he was as short as he is, but had a cannon of an arm. Okay, because to me, Baker's not the tallest guy, right? But Baker has a good arm, a very above average arm in the NFL. Then you can make up for some of those things and push the defense back a little bit. With Dylan, that's just not the case right now.
No, he needs a rainy game against the Dolphins when you can hand it 25 times to Quinshawn and your leading receiver could be Harold Fannin and not Jerry Jeudy.
You know what you just described? Yeah. A non-starting quarterback in the NFL. That's what you just described.
I think he can have his moments, but a lot of these guys can have their moments. Jake Browning had his moments years ago. He did.
He may be back soon.
And he may be back. And they're guys that hang on because they're needed, because they get knocked out in this league a lot. But if you don't have the measurables, you need elite athleticism.
Yes.
Elite.
Yep. Kyler.
Yeah.
Kyler could get by with his size because what you're talking about, he had that quick twitch, right? Yeah. He could dance around and run away from people, and he had a good arm. That's how those are other ways you can overcome that, because I have to imagine Kyler's either the same height as Dylan or maybe even shorter than Dylan Gabriel.
Where you can succeed outside of structure.
Absolutely.
See how tall he is.
How tall is Dylan Gabriel? You're looking
I thought he was 5'11".
Dylan?
I think that's what it was at the Combine.
I think Kyler's shorter than him.
I think he is a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Dylan at 5'11". So you were right in that. Kyler's probably listed around there, but I don't know if he is.
Dylan was 5'11" at the Combine.
Kyler's 5'10".
But his hands
supposedly.
9.25.
Okay, so Kyler is shorter.
Hey, what was Kyler's 40 time?
I'm
curious how much faster he is straight line.
For whatever reason, I feel like he didn't do the Combine.
Do we have a 40 time, a pro day?
TLC is correct. They're saying at his pro day it was a 4.4.
That's very fast.
I remember there was something like the pre-draft process with him was weird. His dad was like involved. Do you remember the Dan Patrick interview he did where like Kyler wouldn't answer questions and was kept looking at his dad like, how should I approach this?
Yeah, that's odd.
Like they were doing a lot of things on their terms in a weird way.
But yeah, 4.4. So that's
Gabriel's
the difference.
40 is 4.83.
Yeah. That's how you can survive when you're Kyler and you're 5'10".
Find out who goes in the pressure cooker next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Columbus. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180. And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays, and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot has soared to at least $754 million. That's $754 million. The next drawing is tonight, so don't wait. Play Mega Millions today. And remember, it's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions of prizes, Ohio Lottery scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Nothing beats a cold one on game day. Lately, I've been grabbing Go Brewing. It's a non-alcoholic craft beer that actually tastes like beer, and you can snag it right now at Kroger in Columbus. Check it out next time you're in the beer aisle. Go Brewing at Kroger, and visit gobrewing.com/thefan for a special BOGO offer.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
With autumn's arrival, ISA-certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby! baby. Radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube. Whew, just to name a few. Live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday and happy Halloween. A mix of clouds and clear skies today with plenty of sunshine coming in. Daytime highs will get in the mid to upper 50s, but with breezy winds, it'll feel much cooler. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight, lows down into the mid to upper 30s. And for Buckeye football, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. Could see a stray shower, although mainly dry, with highs in the mid to upper 50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Under Pressure.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
All right, Ice, a little pressure time.
Let's do it.
I think we're both kind of in the same camp. I mean, this is game 6. Blue Jays are 9 innings away from their first World Series title in 32 years. So did they have the pressure because of that and they're at home? Or the Dodgers because they have their backs against the wall for the first time this October? It feels to me like I want to put it on the Dodgers and their bats.
Okay.
Because it's just one of those deals that Mookie Betts is a future Hall of Famer. He's 3 for 23 in the World Series.
Talk about it, because this was the guy I was going to have on my pressure list. So, lay it out for us.
Muncie's 3 for 20. Now, he's more feast or famine. He's always been that guy. But here's why the pressure is on them, because this is so much of a reversal from what they've been. The Dodgers led the National League in runs scored. Now, let's factor in Game 3's marathon. And they're actually averaging about 3 runs per 9 innings in the World Series. Of course they're going to be trailing. You know they hit 244 homers this season. That's second in the league. They rank second in slugging percentage in Major League Baseball this season. They have a team batting average of 253. That was top 5. And I told you they scored 800-plus runs, which was second in Major League Baseball. And so they're a top 5 team in every offensive category, and they can't get out of their own way right now. Credit to Toronto for that. But the pressure's on Mookie and the rest, and Muncy. Freeman's fine. He had, obviously, the game winner. But they need some offense in a hurry, and it's not like they don't have it. So this would be a good time to flip the switch. So the pressure's on the Dodger bats, even though I do believe if this thing goes 7, Toronto's going to be gripping a little bit.
I can rock with that, AR, because I was looking at Mookie, and we're talking about Mookie Betts, who is in a pressure-packed situation already because he's batting behind Shohei Ohtani in some of these games, right? But 6 straight games for Mookie Betts without an extra base hit. So just not a lot of heavy lifting, no lifting at all going on for old Mookie.
What is his? I wonder what his lifetime batting average is.
I would have to guess it's 270-ish, 280-ish.
Well, he's batting like 130 in the World Series. Let me see what his career is. Career BA is 290.
290. So I was a short-changed.
290. He's batting 130.
I'll give him this. The dude's playing an elite shortstop right now, but they need his bat. They absolutely need his bat. Second candidate for me, I'm going with little Travion Henderson, because here's an opportunity to showcase what you got. Just found out Ramondre Stevenson is out for their game against Atlanta this week. And so for Travion, maybe stumbling into his first chance in the NFL to showcase I could be an RB1 in the league. He hasn't had a bunch of opportunity this year. Only 2 games this season where he's gotten a double-digit carries for the New England Patriots. So you're talking about an average all year long, about 4.3 a pop, only 1 touchdown on the ground right now for Travion Henderson. We know what type of skill sets this guy has. It's the running ability, the pass catching ability, the blocking ability with protecting the quarterback. And the Patriots are now in a winning window, right? Where they're starting to feel like we really got something good going on here, and our future is looking really, really bright. They clearly are believing in Travion with where they drafted him. He's going to be a part of it, but they need it now. So Travion Henderson looking like AR. He's got to be a horse for the New England Patriots this weekend. I'm putting him on the pressure list.
I'm going to try to give you a little bit of my Travion, my wayward son. Remember how many times I played that during Yeah, there we go. Travion, my wayward son.
Gotta go. Gotta go this week.
All right.
Let me guess. Kerryon Johnson was on your fantasy team?
No. This
Because
is
it's
just
labeled in the system as
is
Kerryon,
it?
spelled like Kerryon Johnson.
Oh, is that what it was? Did you have Kerryon one year?
I don't remember.
There was a little window of time where people were in on Kerryon in the fantasy world, for sure.
And now he's East Tennessee State's running backs coach.
Is he really?
Yes.
Okay.
What's their nickname?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
You said East Tennessee?
East Tennessee State.
What's is East? Who are the
Tennessee
Pirates?
State. That's East Carolina. Yeah, purple and red. Kind of like Reynoldsburg.
Yeah.
Like the Reynoldsburg Raiders are kind of giving that vibe.
Whatever it is, I'm going to be mad that I didn't get it.
Really? Is that easy?
I'm
looking at it?
Just because of college basketball, honestly, as I'm stalling because I can't find it. The Buccaneers. Okay, oh, so you're close.
East Tennessee Buccaneers. Okay.
Buccaneers.
All right.
You know where I'm going with this.
I really
and
don't.
I hate
Where
to
are you
I
going?
hate to do this to him, but J.J. McCarthy, like, all you got to do is beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
He'll have plenty of fans in the building, except they won't be cheering for him unless they're related. And even then, maybe not, right? So the Vikings are a game below 500, which is good for last place in this great NFC North. I think the pressure's enormous. The Vikes gave him every last minute to heal that ankle. So much so, they left Carson Wentz to die on the field. Like they left him, die on the vine. Carson Wentz played 2.5 games with a torn labrum and a fractured socket before they said, okay, IR, I guess, for you. There are some people up there on the inside that feel that the Vikings have mismanaged a lot of their injuries. They didn't pull Wentz out of the Charger game. I don't know if that says more about Max Brosmer on where they feel he is or what they felt they were getting out of Wentz. JJ has, 2 starts under his belt, and he's expected to save the team. He missed all of his rookie season due to the meniscus.
Yeah.
And so the last meaningful snap he took before week 1 was the national championship game. If they lose this game, which they're supposed to, their playoff analytics plummet to next to nothing. It's sitting about 7% right now. I think it'll go to 0 if they lose this game. So welcome back, JJ.
Last candidate for me. It's the entire NBA that isn't a part of the San Antonio Spurs franchise, because what's happening with Victor Wembanyama right now, I don't know what you do with the man, AR. I don't know how you stop this train of him winning every Defensive Player of the Year award. He's going to rack up multiple MVPs. I mean, the Spurs are 5-0. But Wemby right now is doing absolutely ridiculous things night in and night out. This man is averaging 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game. He's the second player in the history of the NBA since Bob McAdoo in 1975 to average 30, 14, and 5 blocks.
McAdoo for 2.
Crazy, man. So, Jokic, all the headline names on the marquee around the NBA, you guys are getting put on notice by this dude right now, because they may be ready to win at the highest level sooner than we all thought. So, everybody not named the San Antonio Spurs, you're on the pressure list, because this dude Victor Wembanyama is coming to knock heads off right now.
I suppose if Oklahoma lost to Tennessee, yet won at Bama and beat Mizzou, they would be the 3-loss team to be considered, I suppose. On the other side, the Vols can't save themselves with a loss. Like, I think even if they win at Vandy. So I think I'm putting all of it there at home. It's a night game, right? Oklahoma, Tennessee, I believe. And Aguilar's a 24-year-old quarterback.
Oh, Joey A.
First season, he's played pretty well.
Yeah.
And he just got this massive NIL he just was posting the other day with Dick's Sporting Goods and Crocs, and all for the dark mode game that's coming up this week. And so I think the pressure's on him, because this Sooners defense is real.
Think about how quickly life can change, right? Like, you're talking about Joey Aguilar, who goes from App State to UCLA, now to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he's cashing in, getting a whole bunch of money, but playing some good ball, too.
7:30 ABC.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's dark mode night. He's now got the NIL. He's already over $1 million, which, by the way, doesn't even put him in the top 50, I don't think, as far as like NIL deals. And but it's on Joey at night at Neyland. I think it's all set up for them. But it's that defense that I don't know if he's quite prepared for.
Little preview of your picks right there. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that'll
I like
be good.
That little teaser.
We'll have him next in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Aaron, I'm freaking out a little that you're giving away $500 in free repairs whenever someone buys a new water heater.
When people are faced with an unexpected expense, an unexpected gift helps restore balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO. How many things can our plumbers do for $500 or less?
Tons of things.
Like what?
We can repair a toilet that's not working. We can replace a hose bib, install a utility sink or a vanity, run a water line to an appliance, replace a garbage disposal.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Replace a shutoff valve, fix an exposed water leak.
What's an exposed water leak?
It's one you can see. It's not inside a wall and it's not underground.
And we're going to do these sorts of things for free just because a person buys a water heater?
Yeah, for free.
Because we're restoring balance to the universe?
Balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Whoo, go to geteco.com.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Round here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota's got more all-wheel drive choices than anybody. Now through November 3rd, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Corolla gas models. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross. Or lease a gas-powered 26 Corolla LE for $209 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
College football picks with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Krieger Ford. Find your next Ford at Krieger Ford. Visit KriegerFord.com today.
All right, final week before the committee gets in their room and spits out what they think so far. So big week. We're kind of in the pseudo-elimination week as far as that game I just talked about, which we'll get to, Oklahoma and Tennessee, because the loser will have 3 losses. Yeah.
Since you brought up the committee, AR, if both Indiana and Ohio State, they handle business, right, this weekend. Ohio State going to be number 1? Or is Indiana going to be number 1?
I think my mind tells me they'll err on the side of the polls and the coaches poll, and they'll get in the room, and the eye test, certainly the eye test will give you both teams. But if you just dropped in on the planet and you didn't know the brands and you didn't know the history and you knew nothing and you were just supplied with the schedules without the eye test, and I'm not saying Indiana's not passing an eye test. Certainly they are.
Yeah.
I think you would look at when they beat Illinois. I mean, you'd have to have the information on what Illinois was when they beat them with all those injuries.
100%.
I just think win at Oregon,
it's going to be interesting.
Was real.
Yeah, they both handle business. Indiana beats Maryland. Ohio State handles Penn State tomorrow. Like, I would love to see the voting and how close, because I think it's going to be pretty close, only because Texas hasn't held up their end of the bargain for Ohio State. So
it'll be closer probably than how the coaches have.
I agree.
Which is the coaches don't have one first place vote to Ohio State. Not one. I mean to Indiana. Not one.
The AP gave them, I think, what, 11?
Yeah,
11.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You wouldn't be wrong in saying that they would deserve to hold on to number 1, either team, based on what Indiana's schedule has been and what Ohio State has done. You're just kind of going on. You're human. These people in the committee are human. You got the reigning champs. You got a defense in Ohio State that's been as good as any defense. Probably, and they're rivaling, as far as points allowed per game, Ohio State is rivaling historic 100%. Defenses right now.
Yeah.
And I think that would be enough.
There's going to be some people in that room banging the table for Indiana. Yeah. I think they will.
And they have one more win, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, they're 8-0.
They're 8, yeah.
All right, TLC, go ahead.
All righty, we got number 9 Vanderbilt at number 20 Texas. We'll start off with the ranked versus ranked. Texas is -3 in this one. They have one more loss than Vanderbilt, so this could add some confusion to the polls.
This is a brand problem. I gotta finally say goodbye to Texas. I can't. Arch Manning's game time decision.
The concussion stuff. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, can Texas figure out a way to win this game ugly at home? I mean, probably can. I'm taking the points. I'm taking Vandy in the 3.
Yeah.
I just feel like this has a little brand loyalty for people, that one team is not going to get your respect in Vandy, and Texas might still be getting a little respect just because of who they might be. But I'd much rather have the points in my back pocket, which I will take.
That Texas O-line's been a letdown this year. That's, I think, held them back. They gave up, 5 sacks again last week. And so Vandy's defensive front seven should be able to get after them. We'll see how consistent they can be in doing that. But, I mean, Diego Pavia just infused so much confidence into this university, into this fan base. And so I'm gonna roll with Vandy right now, because I just think when I watched them do over the last couple of weeks, I think they've got what it takes. Give me the 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Number 18, Oklahoma at number 14, Tennessee. Tennessee's a 3-point favorite. Josh Heupel against his alma mater.
So that Sooners defense didn't look great last week against Ole Miss, but their body of work on defense.
It did against the run, I thought.
I agree. Their body of work on defense for the most part this year has been really, really good. And so you mentioned Joey Aguilar earlier, man. That offense that he's leading right now, they rack up a bunch of yards per game. I mean, they're top 5 in the country in yards per game. The Tennessee defense, they got to be careful, though, with Oklahoma and this John Mateer-led offense, because they'll throw some funky stuff at you with the eye candy and all that. Tennessee's 0-2 versus ranked teams this year. I think that's going to change this week. I'm going to lay the 3.
Taking Tennessee.
Yeah, lay the 3.
Yeah, night game at home, it's tough to get over. I think this is a really dangerous passing team in Tennessee. I don't know if the Sooners really know, if they haven't faced that all year. And Aguilar, as I mentioned, has been terrific. They got to get the crowd into it, which they should. And this Oak defense, the Mateer stuff is a problem for me, because I'm not sure where he is.
Coming back from injury, he hasn't looked like the same guy.
Hasn't
who
been
was
himself.
A Heisman guy.
Yeah, has not been himself.
Yeah.
The wrist injury. He gave it a run against Texas. He struggled now with accuracy. He was 55% against Ole Miss. I don't know how much better that can get. It's going to need to get better. With a defense as good as Oklahoma's, I'm going to take the 3.
Okay.
And maybe they lose a close one, but I think I'd rather have the 3 with that defense.
All right, and then we got one more ranked matchup. Number 17, Cincinnati is in Salt Lake City. Number 24, Utah is a 10-point favorite.
The after dark slot here. This is a really tough test for Cincinnati. Quality of team they're playing, the travel. This is a late start for the Eastern Time Zone school. You said 10.5?
I said 10.
10. I think it's too big. I think it's a lot of points. Although, listen, Utah is good. But I like Cincy. They're pretty balanced. Utah, maybe they are peaking at the right moment. This could come back to haunt me, but I'm going to take the 10.
Don't know for Utah whether their starting quarterback, Dan Pierre, is going to play in this one. He's been dealing with an ankle injury, so I don't love that. But their freshman that came in last year, Bert Ficklin, man, this dude stepped up. He had 291 total yards in the game.
Finkel is Einhorn?
Yeah, so, I mean, look, Cincinnati, 5-0 in conference play for the first time since 2021. And so Cincy rocking and rolling since Fick left for the first time. That's cool to see. Yep. Brendan Sorsby, quarterback for Cincy, playing good ball. Playing really good ball right now. 20 touchdowns to 1 interception on the year. What I don't love about this, though, is their starting quarterback for the Bearcats. He's out for this one, Evan Pryor. That dude's averaging 7 a touch. So that combination of not having that rushing attack to get after a defense in Utah right now that's only allowing 14 a game, not seeing it right now for Cincinnati. I'm going to lay the 10 and roll with the Utes.
All right, we got number 2, Indiana, hot off a blowout. They are traveling to College Park.
Yes.
Maryland. 21-point favorites on the road.
Home of the creator of the Muppets.
The easiest line of the week,
What you got?
Easiest lay of the week. You lay the points, you roll with Indiana. They got my full trust at this point. They're not messing around.
Trust me.
They don't mess around with teams right now. They're a machine on offense. 3 wins with 50-plus points in the game. That's absolutely incredible. Their defense is no slouch either. Shout out to their DC,
tremendous slouch,
Bryant Haynes. Man, this dude's got that defense flying around. Remember in that Oregon game, they had 20 points, but there's a pick 6 in there. So they really only gave up 13. So they're a complete unit. Maryland's lost 42 straight games versus ranked conference opponents. I'm laying that and rolling with the Hoosiers.
Wait till he gets his hands on you. If you believe in stats, the Maryland defense might be good enough to keep this game within that spread. You said it's 22.5?
There's no way you're laying.
What did he say?
I said 21.
There's no way you're laying this, right? There's no way.
They're home. Maryland's home.
You're taking
And
it.
they have a defense. Like they rank 20th in opponent yards per play, I'm looking at right here. I think they're in a decent spot to try to cover this.
Lay the points, AR. Come on.
I've seen Ohio State go over there and have issues.
This is great.
If the offense can put up some points on the board, you've got to believe that 21's enough. Yeah. They started 4-0. They've started to fade. You're right. IU's offense has been elite. But I'm afraid that Maryland's going to put enough points on the board to cover this.
There it is.
I can't go against the targeted team. I can't put more on them than it's already there. The weight of the world. I'm not adding to it.
Man.
Give me Maryland and the 21.
That's great.
All right.
All right, this game is still in Jacksonville for now. Florida and Georgia. Georgia is a 7-point favorite.
All right, so I believe this is the first game since Napier was ousted.
Yep.
So you get a little interim bump. Gators are kind of that transition. Who knows? Boy, the coaching bump. It always does something.
Unless
they should have a different feel. Defense is still pretty good. You say I'm getting 7? Doesn't feel like enough. It's not. It's in Jacksonville. I mean, Stockton's the guy to rely on here. So he had a really good game against Ole Miss. All right. I'm not going to, I won't fall into the trap. I don't know what their offense, how much it could change and have a different feel with the interim coach, but I'll take Georgia. I think Georgia wins the game. Whether they cover, we'll see, but I got to have the better team.
I like Georgia's formula right now with what they're doing. They're 5th in the SEC in yards allowed and 5th in rushing, so they're kind of squeezing the game and making it tight for their opponents. And they've also won 45 straight versus unranked teams. That's the longest streak in the country. I'll lay the 7.
That is in Atlanta next year and Tampa the year after, and then back for a 4-year stint in Jacksonville. Last one, number 23 USC, number 5 on the road in Lincoln. Not an easy place to play.
Air, is there such thing as the head coach extension bump? Do the players feel? Do they feel that?
Well, look, if they like him, there's confidence. Signetti got one, and look what they did to UCLA.
Bodied them.
You know?
Yeah, they did.
So.
They did. Oh man, I'm gonna roll with USC. In their offense. I think that can travel and do some good things on the road in Lincoln with my I'm going to go and lay that 5, AR. Roll with the Trojans.
Yeah, I listen, they've struggled and they played on the road a little bit this year. I'm not overlooking the Cornhuskers because that defense is pretty good. I think USC wins the game. It's about covering.
USC, real quick, AR. Yeah. They're number 1 in the country in yards per game.
It's a night game?
Passing yards per game. I don't know what time
game?
the kick is for this one.
I'll give you that in a second.
7:30 on NBC. Yep.
WNBC. All right, then I'm gonna ride with the home team in the points because of that. All right, those are your college football picks for this week. We come back with the Buckeye Bulletin and our friend Tim May. What will his headline read? You'll find out next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
WNBC. We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing Mountain Dew. So give me my good hands. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. GermainLexus.com.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot has soared to at least $754 million. That's $754 million. The next drawing is tonight, so don't wait. Play Mega Millions today. And remember, it's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions of prizes, Ohio Lottery scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts, no for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
T-Bone and Tyvis.
Could you imagine being a college kid and getting a Venmo for $1 million? I'd shed tears. I cried.
T-Bone and Tyvis Mornings on the Fan is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time, and our guy Tim May is with us. My co-host on the Tailgate Show and a lot more. Tim, how you feeling?
I'm feeling extremely good. This is a beautiful fall afternoon, nip in the air, winds moving around. The only thing I don't like is all my maple trees in my yard. I think we got like 12 decided to drop all their leaves in the last 2 days. I'm a mulching mower kind of guy, so that will be my quest on Sunday is to get my yard cleaned up again.
Well, it needs to dry out first, right? I got wet leaves everywhere.
Bingo.
So, yeah.
Bingo.
Once we get dry, we can get going. I want to take you back before we go forward. Where were your thoughts on the Jim Knowles departure? When he opened up to ESPN, he said it boiled down to the timing of the contract extension offer, and he was hoping to get a deal done before they went to the national championship game.
Correct.
From what I had heard. And he did admit if Ohio State had offered him an extension before they faced Notre Dame, then he wouldn't even have picked up the phone to call Franklin. He didn't. So is he getting more heat than he deserves for this departure? Where are you on it?
I just thought the timing was very odd on when he and his agent decided they were going to make their play. You know what I mean? Because I think he didn't. I think no one wanted it to be hinging on whether they won or lost the championship game, which, if a guy's doing a hell of a job, you can understand that. Number two, he wanted to be the highest paid, the way I understand it. He wanted to be the highest paid defensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator. We could say even coordinator in the country. Ohio State was willing to go to a certain level, but not higher than that. And so they never got past that. And then he or his agent picked up the phone and made the call to Penn State, which was willing to go a little bit higher. I don't think to the realm they wanted. I think they wanted, the way I understood it, close to $3 million on that deal. I don't think he got that. But the bottom line was, it was, as the saying goes, it was business, to him at that point. And it was what it was. It's really funny. So this, you'd be your next question, but maybe. But the serendipity involved that brought Matt Patricia to Ohio State is really, really bizarre when you think about it. Number one, he wanted to be back in the National Football League, and no one wanted him, at least in that capacity, at least, from his trying to get on. Because, we saw him. Y'all were down there, I think, for the week of the interviews before the Super Bowl. Maybe I'm wrong, but, he was doing interviews down there with radio and TV people, as just a guest and stuff, and he had done that through the off season, his sabbatical season. But no one really wanted him, like Chip Kelly the year before. No one wanted him as an offensive coordinator in the NFL. Of course, as soon as the season was over, the Las Vegas Raiders ate him up, and he was gone also from Ohio State. But it was one of those kind of things. But Matt Patricia, wow. I mean, I think Jim Knowles did a hell of a job. I think he's a tremendous defensive coach. But what Matt Patricia, as I keep calling it, you hear me say it on the tailgate show all the time, Anthony, is that he's added sprinkles on the ice cream, man. And there is no doubt about it. It's got a different flavor to it this year.
Tim May, outside of the building, and even Vegas is telling us this game shouldn't be close, but listening to Coach Day, listening to some of the players this week, they're not buying that narrative. They're looking at Penn State, I think, through a different lens. When you look at where Penn State is at the moment, are you rolling with what Vegas thinks, or are you buying into what Coach Day and the players are saying, that this is a team that we should be respecting?
Both, because if Ohio State does what Ryan Day wants, it should be a decent margin. But both, because Penn State kind of reminds me. I know you always use boxing analogies and airplane analogies. I don't care, racing analogies. But the bottom line is, Penn State reminds me of a boxer who has lost a few things, but maybe still has his uppercut. And if you got to stay away from the uppercut would be if a team comes into Ohio Stadium, Penn State, and decides it can not only can run the ball, but has great success running the ball against an Ohio State team that's really not. Maybe they've been challenged, but boy, if they stood up to it. Maybe Washington was the team that tried to do that. Texas wanted to and couldn't run the ball against Ohio State until maybe one drive. So that's Penn State's great chance, is to shorten the game, but also run the ball on Ohio State's defense. I don't see them having success there, but until that plays out, you have to give them a puncher's chance.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's something there. Certainly, they'd like to shorten the game. And most
They've
of these
talent.
Yeah,
they got talent.
They do. And I asked this question earlier, and I'll ask it to you. Does the inexperience, though, that they have at quarterback tomorrow end any chance that they truly would be in a 4-quarter game?
What's interesting about that question was they started out house of fire against Iowa, and then Iowa caught up, and Iowa came from behind. Iowa came from behind to beat them. So that tells you something about their offense, maybe Penn State's offense and defense in the state it's in right now. But of course, that was the first game after the firing and after the Drew Allar injury, which knocked him out for the season. I like Grunkmeyer. I think Grunkmeyer's got a lot of talent. But if Ohio State can somehow or another keep them from maintaining the possession by running the ball, I think Ohio State, you could say it every week, I think Ohio State has them right where they want them, because I really like the matchups in the secondary for Ohio State on both sides of the ball.
All right, Tim May, you've had a while to prepare for this headline.
Bye week.
Yeah, bye week. So you've had plenty of time to prep for this. when Buckeye Nation polishes off their apple cinnamon muffin on Sunday morning and they say to themselves, wait a minute, I haven't read what Tim May had to say about Penn State and Ohio State. What will your headline read?
Well, Penn State's had time to dust off things too, so you never know what's coming around the corner, right? So, but I'm just going on gut feel here, right? That's what you finally end up doing when you write a headline. It's got to be from the gut if it's good. We'll see if this is any good. Just saying, SAYIN dash Urban rings bell, comma, roused, ROUSED, roused Buckeyes respond, comma, show beleaguered Nits no mercy.
Man, it's a great job.
A lot of alliteration.
It's a good job, Tim.
I always like that. And you're right. You're not losing a game with Urban Meyer ringing that victory bell.
Yeah, I did a quick interview for my podcast. It's popping here in a few minutes with Urban last night at his Pine House, and after their triple option thing, and it was packed, and people were all over him, of course, and stuff. But I said, man, if you ring it just as many times as you won games at Ohio State, 83. You'll be up there for half an hour. Hey, they can't stop him. They can only hope to contain him.
They build an apartment up there in the crow's nest. All right,
like Notre Dame.
All right,
he could be the win back of Notre Dame.
All right, Otis Spunkmeyer, Grunkmeyer. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 8:30.
Right?
Absolutely.
By the way, real quick, you got to give me credit. I said Ohio State. I expect Ohio State to come out of Wisconsin and throw the ball because that's what they do best. What'd they do? Came out throwing, baby. And I really liked what I saw last time out, don't you?
Oh, listen, they're a machine right now, defensively and offensively. And I think the impressive thing for me is these defenses that have tried to take away the home run ball, and yet they've just taken anything the defense is giving him, and then he still hits Carnell Tate. And I said on the tailgate show to you, I think it's a little bit of a travesty that Carnell Tate's not in the conversation.
Yes.
And the circus catches he's been making, if his name was Jeremiah Smith, he'd be top 5 for the Heisman right now, just with the catches that he's been making. But, hey, they've got team goals, and they're the number 1 team in the country, and we'll be talking about them tomorrow morning, buddy. Rest up.
By the way, their credo now offensively is we don't mess around. Hey.
I think that was it. I think he left the building. Pulled ripcord on that. Tim May with us on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll come back top of the hour, fan sports update, and Brady Quinn, BQ, will ring him up, Fox Sports, and get his feeling on Ohio State versus the field. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes, including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any four-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CRV LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State hosts Penn State Saturday at noon. Buckeyes are 7-0, but head coach Ryan Day said the season's just beginning.
We're just getting started. You know, this is like the start of the season. Now here we are. We're in November, and here it comes. So, good to see us. Get a couple good practices on our belt the last couple of days.
OHSAA football playoffs start tonight. Notable games from the area: Westerville Central at Upper Arlington, Groveport Madison at Gahanna Lincoln, Newark at Olentangy Liberty, Worthington Kilbourne at Walnut Ridge, and Dublin Jerome at Hilliard Bradley. NFL: the Ravens were fined $100,000 for violating the league's injury report policy for incorrectly listing quarterback Lamar Jackson's practice status October 24th. World Series Game 6, Blue Jays one win from a title when they host the Dodgers. This update sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
All right, hour number 3. We'll effort our guy BQ here in a moment. We'll have Ben Jones at 2:30, who covers Penn State. Find out what's going on in their backfield, whether it's just kind of a Katron Allen and that's all, or whether Nick Singleton actually has a chance to be a home run hitter again. Ohio State, the spread has come down a hair. It's now 19.5. So it's under a key number there at 20. And it's one of those things where I think they're getting the Penn State is still talented outside the inexperience at quarterback. And you get the interim bump. And it's not like anyone was truly afraid of James Franklin anyway. It's not like you thought like he was the tiebreaker or he made a difference. No. In fact, sometimes you probably felt stronger when he was coaching the game versus Terry Smith. So we'll see. Penn State played a tight loss to Iowa a couple of weeks ago. They've got talent. We know that. It's just this inexperience at quarterback should rear its ugly head at some point unless Penn State is moving bodies on that offensive line. And if they are, and they get into a physical affair, then they might feel they can shorten the game a little bit. And if Jim Knowles knows Ohio State as well as anybody should outside of this quarterback, he knows what he sees on tape. He's got to keep everything in front of him, just like Bielema did, almost to a fault. I remember coming in after the Illinois game thinking, dude, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, this kid will dice you up. I don't care whether you're defending the sticks or not. You can't play the whole game with just letting everything in front of you because Ohio State's they're too well coached and they're too patient and poised, and they will not make massive mistakes and force the football. Yeah. That's what I've really been impressed about with Julian saying is, yes, he can, and because when I say force, I mean make some ill-advised throws. Like the ones he threw into Carnell Tate, those are they're back shoulder or high-pointed where he knows his guy's going to get it. But some quarterbacks are impatient, and they force some things. And when these defenses have decided, we're not blitzing you on 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9, and Ohio State's picking up first downs pretty easily. So I'm wondering if Jim Knowles at some point will have to pick his poison and send somebody at Saying and see if he can't change a game. It's not like they're protecting a season necessarily.
No, they're looking to spoil Ohio State and maybe Indiana's, right? And you lose this game, right? They get that; those are their next two opponents. I have to imagine a lot of defensive coordinators prepping for Ohio State. Like the biggest boxes you want to check first, as far as task and what we want to try and take away, is Carnell and Jeremiah, because that things get out of hand quickly if those guys are cooking the way that we know that they can cook. And so the run game for Ohio State, I don't know if Jim Knowles and other DCs are looking at the tape and saying they're scared of that the way that I think they were last year. I don't know if that's the vibe right now. So that's got to be the game plan, just to throw extra bodies, try to throw some tricky coverage at these wide receivers, and try to force Julian into some mistakes, even though he hasn't been fooled a lot this year. And you touched on it, I think it's dead on. For us to be sitting here talking about a year one quarterback who we're not here saying, man, we got to worry about this week. Is he gonna try to do too much? No, he's staying within himself. He's staying within the offense, and he has popped off a few times and had some monster games, and that's what we just saw his last time out. But that's what I want to see tomorrow, is if that we're talking about an aerial attack that's not there at the highest of level and they have to go to the death by 1,000 cuts type of offense via the pass, what can the run game do? And I know the offensive line, that unit feels like, hey, we're just a block away here, a block away there from ripping off some of those big runs. We've heard that from Coach Day. We've heard that from some of the offensive linemen themselves, but that's got to get shored up, because in some of these games, whether it's this game where the talent evens out or the Indiana game, the Michigan game, whatever that's going to be, whenever that it's going to show itself to where I think they're going to have to win a game with a rushing attack. And can they do it? It's yet to be seen, in my opinion.
All right. So I'm with you on that they haven't truly been tested to the max degree. All right. But I'm not really that concerned that Ohio State can't run the ball consistently. Where I'm a little concerned is that Ohio State hasn't been able to be effective in the run game at predictable run game times.
That's a concern for me. That is a concern.
That's it. For me. When teams have been able to load up on predictable run times, and Ohio State has not been able to physically create the holes they need for their running backs. Yeah. The play action is so respected at Ohio State because it freezes teams. It just does. And because you have to be worried about both when you're defending Ohio State. I'm with you. It's not exactly a well-oiled machine. We thought that Bo Jackson was going to take this thing to the ultimate level. He was going to be the workhorse back, and you could give it to him Katron Allen style, and he would just kill you. When he gets in the open field, he's incredible. Yeah. And he does hit the hole, faster than some of the other running backs. He does. He has decisiveness about him that is really cool. But even the best running backs need blocking. And at predictable moments like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, or whatever, when you think you want to hand off the ball, especially when you're in 4-down territory, when you can run the ball on 3rd down, and then you're losing a yard. And all of a sudden, it's created a problem.
That's what I mean by they're going to have to win a game that way. I'm not talking about from start to finish, the passing attack's not going to nowhere to be found.
Michigan game.
Right. I'm talking about those critical moments that you're talking about, AR, where the game is close-ish, right? And you have to continue to move the chains. Can you do it when everybody knows you have to do it? Because it's similar to what we got last year with the passing attack, right? When that 3rd and 11 catch happens for Jeremiah, that pass will go down in history. A lot of people knew they're going to the air because they have to, and there was nothing they could do to stop it because Jeremiah is that good and will really dotted up a nice throw there. And so that's what I'm looking for Ohio State is maybe that's this week, maybe it won't happen at all. But to me, that is just an area that I think needs to get cleaned up just a little bit. It's nothing crazy that I'm worried about. It's just if we're talking about really being as complete as you want to be, that's where I think they got to level up.
It goes to an identity, right? You want to be great in all areas.
For sure.
You do. And you want to be physical in November. You want to have that. And then in the playoff, you want to be physical. And we do have a pretty good feel about their offensive line. And I've asked Lachey like 2 weeks in a row why. It seems like they can give Julian Sayin 10 minutes to throw, but they can't open up the hole when you need them to. And part of that, in my just layman's opinion, is the teams are not sending heat at Sayin. They're too worried. And I've seen it all year where these defensive coordinators refuse to blitz a lot on predictable passing downs to get the ball out of his hands. Now, part of that is because he's so accurate, and if you take another defender out, he's going to burn you.
And he'll make the right decision.
You can't get to him in time. And then the other part is he's added a little bit of elusiveness to his game, and he's been able to dance out of the pocket and shift to his left and throw the ball on the run. Like, we've seen some things with Julian saying that maybe we didn't think he would be at this level this soon. We knew he was talented. We knew he had an arm. But the poise and the decision-making and the accuracy has been Heisman-level stuff.
Coming out of that Wisconsin game, like a couple of the touchdowns, the one to Ennis, the one to the left to Carnell, like that's exactly what you're laying out, is not a guy that's just sitting back there patting the baby. It's feeling some pressure, knowing where to go, but also on the move, being just as accurate as he has been within the pocket. Like, that's crazy stuff. And that's something that we were told. We hadn't seen it with our eyes yet in the offseason, but that special arm talent that a lot of the guys were talking about, we are seeing on full display. And so when you have that combination, right, of a guy that knows where to go, that's going to make the right call, but if things get crazy around him, you're not talking about his accuracy taking a massive dip. That's terrifying to deal with as a defense because that's him doing his part, but then the other half of that is two of the best receivers in the sport being able to catch 50-50 balls and do all the other great things they can do as well.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you and I could come in and, my gut feeling is I have to treat it as what I think it is, which is that Ohio State's a much better team than Penn State.
Yeah.
And while I respect Penn State has talent in areas and a defense that should play and have a little pride for Terry Smith, and here's the deal. You're not Penn State coming into the number one team in the country and just laying down.
No.
You're not. This is a chance. This is a pride game for them. It is
100%.
Where their season is.
Yep.
And now they're not playing to save Franklin's job anymore. That's gone. And so they're playing for the interim coach and themselves. And they're playing competitive. They want to play competitive football against the number one team in the country on the road when everyone does feel like Ohio State should win the game convincingly. And the fact that there are people that think that Penn State may not even score in this game. So now I just keep coming back to the inexperience at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That is a real deal. Mm-hmm. And so they have to be able to run the ball on Ohio State. And if they can, then they can spot up sometimes where Grunkenmeyer might be able to make a few throws and keep them off balance a little bit. And so it's one of those games where I don't think it'll be over at halftime like the Wisconsin game felt, even though I don't think Ohio State scored in the second quarter. Was it 17-0 in the first quarter? Yeah, it felt like it was over after the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I don't think this one should feel that way.
No, I don't. And when it comes to, Ethan Grunkenmeyer, it's the inexperience, but it's also the how do you channel your emotions in a game like this too, right? Because it's one thing to go to Kinnick Stadium and have to deal with that environment, but it's also the environment and you dealing with, hey, I grew up being an Ohio State fan, wanting to play in the stadium and all of that type of stuff as well. And then there's hey, here's Matt Patricia and his tremendous defense and all the crazy looks he's going to throw at you too.
That's it. It's the pre-snap stuff. Listen, I'm rooting for this kid not to have a flop. He's a Central Ohio kid. He's getting his opportunity. He's young. Shouldn't put the weight of the world on him, but he's got an opportunity here to keep his team afloat.
It's the biggest challenge in the sport for any quarterback is this Ohio State defense right now, whether you're experienced or not.
Speaking of quarterbacks, is Flacco going to play? We have an update on him for Cincinnati. And on the other side, is Hendrickson going to play? We'll give that to you next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, the Fan.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinder Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
Chronic pain can make life feel impossible, but at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough that's giving people real hope. Stem wave therapy.
It has fundamentally changed the way I look at cases after 30 years in practice. So when we talk about regenerative medicine, we're talking about these types of devices.
That's Dr. Tony DeCesaro, one of the nation's authorities on stem wave therapy.
Been around for about 30 years in Europe. Now it's really taken a real foothold. People are tired of just using pills that really cover everything up and they don't really heal.
This device is both diagnostic and therapeutic, helping the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and trigger your body's natural healing response.
It's about giving hope, right? That there are options.
QC Kinetics. Harness the power of stem wave and get relief now. Your first treatment is only $49. Call for your consultation here in Columbus, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to beat our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations: Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who go above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we honor Alex Osuji. Alex has made an impact by volunteering for the Buddy Walk dance team and is a member of his church's hospitality team. During this Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and the Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Remember when sports used to be about calling up your favorite host and saying how stupid they are? Good news. We still do that. The Fan Call-In Show.
Hello. Sponsored Sponsored by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino.
Sunday mornings at 8 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see showers on and off today, so a damp and blustery day with gusty winds and temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to low 50s. For the kids that are trick-or-treating this evening, we could see some lingering showers. Otherwise, it'll be damp, cold, and breezy with temperatures dropping, especially after sunset. Overnight, we're into the 30s, and for Friday, drier conditions and highs in the mid-50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, a little Bet365 time.
Let's get into it because I got a great deal waiting for new customers right now at Bet365 where all you have to do is bet $5. You're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger and better when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props. So download the Bet365 app today. Keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen, for the Daily Boost and Super Boost as well. They always have some cool deals going on at Bet365.
All right, how about just a little safe, conservative, little four-way feast?
All right, what do you got?
Put the key to this will be the Dodgers. So we'll put the Buckeyes on the money line, just win the game. I'll put the Packers at home against Carolina.
Okay.
I'll take the Rams at home against the Saints, and then the Dodgers to win.
Okay.
Plus 122. So we're going to get plus money on that four-way feast.
I like that value. I'm looking at Game 6 tonight for the World Series. Total bases.
Mookie Betts home run?
No, I can't. I can't do that right now. Total bases for Mookie, though, if you're interested, AR is plus 130 for two total bases.
That's interesting that he's plus 130 because he's hitting 130 in the World Series.
That's nasty work right now. I'm going with the guy that is on fire right now in the postseason. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is batting .415 in the playoffs with 8 home runs and 15 RBIs. Crazy. Give me the plus 115 juice for Vladdy tonight for two total bases. I know it's tough with Yamamoto on the bump with the way that he's spinning the pill, but I'm going to go with Vladdy, man. The baseball looks like a beach ball to him right now. So give me that plus 115 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Download the Bet365 app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply in app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Our friend Mike Petraglia, who is the Jungle Roar pod, covers the Bengals.
Trags.
He asked Joe Flacco about his sense of obligation to be there for the offense on Sunday. And Flacco's been feeling good, I guess. He didn't definitely say he was going to play, but he said he felt good. In fact, Jamar Chase, when he was asked about how he looked in practice, Chase said, I didn't even know he was injured. So, but when Trags asked him about his obligation to be there for the offense, here's the quote. I missed my second son's birth because I felt an obligation to play.
So that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Tells you everything you need to know about Joe Flacco.
That's my quarterback.
Right there. That's my quarterback.
So I think he feels good about playing.
I don't think we're seeing Trey Hendrickson. I saw our guy Trags as well tweet out that he was sidelined watching the DL go through their individual drills at practice. I'm seeing some doubtful now for Trey Hendrickson. So I have this question for you, Anthony Rothman.
Holding him out.
Have we watched Trey Hendrickson play his last snap in Cincinnati? Trade deadline is on Tuesday. Is this it? Are we going to see Trey Hendrickson suit up again for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Vash Schefter this every damn week. And I keep coming back to it is a little bit results based.
Yeah.
If they beat the Bears,
they'll probably hold on.
Made a little of investment here. The other prong to this, which you and I would not know, is how's the rehab going for Joe Burrow? Like, I'd love to talk to his doctors, the trainer, and say, all right, we talked about this being a month's deal. Is he on schedule?
Right.
Behind schedule? Ahead?
Yeah.
Like, I would need to know that. Because if I'm holding out hope that he might be able to swoop in and get us into the tournament, because playoffs mean money, and I pay him $3.5 million a Sunday.
That'll work.
So I'd like to have him in there.
Mm-hmm.
There are teams that are going to be calling Cincinnati. I mean, first of all, the relationship between Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals is not good anyway. It's okay. It's not anything that they're hanging on to. Yeah. Either way, he didn't want to play this year because he was under his current contract. So
I think if they lose the game, it needs to be seriously considered. Seriously considered. Because I think based off of where I think the relationship stands between the two, I don't see those two parties working out an extension at the end of this season. That will blow me away. And so whatever you can get for Trey Hendrickson, if you lose this game, I would understand if they traded him to get something for the man before he leaves you for nothing. It's interesting.
4 o'clock on Tuesday.
Yeah, 4 o'clock on Tuesday. And so now
Flacco playing certainly gives them a chance. I was a little bit, if Flacco was dinged, you and I were a little bit more on the Bears anyway this weekend based on the Cincinnati defense.
If this thing goes back to Jake Browning, that's tough.
Well, yeah, then it's just hard to keep it afloat. I don't know how they're going to be able to do it. I thought that defense might be able to at least handle the Jets. And the fact that they not only didn't handle them, they gave them 500 yards and they blew the couple touchdown fourth quarter lead. That is just it's just demoralizing.
There was no Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Why do you think I was
their best wide receiver? So you knew as a defense coming into the game, you're dealing with a quarterback that it's not going to challenge you too much with the passing attack, and they don't have their best wide receiver. And so you knew that they were going to have to go to a lot of Breece Hall and Justin Fields on the ground, and they still couldn't stop
They're probably about to give up 30-plus points in 3 straight games.
Yeah, that's just...
They're the worst in the league anyway at 31.6.
Yeah. And now we've got guys on defense, too, or even outside of the Trey Hendrickson situation, where you got 2 to 3 guys that are requesting trades to get out of Cincinnati on defense. And so... they're going to be an interesting team to watch come Tuesday. So will the Miami Dolphins. As we found out this morning, the Dolphins moved on from their GM and Chris Greer. But, yeah, just getting back to the Bengals this week, and that's what it's about. Because to your point, now we know what Joe Flacco can do with this offense, and the run game's come back to life a little bit here last couple of weeks. I mean, Chase Brown was
15 carries, I think.
Nowhere to be found prior to the last 2 weeks. Now it's like, okay, Chase Brown is back to looking like the Chase Brown from a season ago. And so we know what the offense is capable of. That's never been a question for any of us. It's just his defense has been disappointing yet again. And so the personnel isn't there, and Al Golden has not been able to figure this thing out. And so you're going to be able to get beat by a lot of teams in the NFL. Yeah, and almost anybody now, especially after what we saw with the Jets. They didn't have a win, and they picked up a win against you, not because of your offense, because of your defense.
Yeah, it's sad because all they had to do is play some average defense. All they had to do is be a bend but don't break, and they're completely broken. Their red zone defense is pathetic. Like, I'm okay if teams move the ball between the 20s, and maybe you can shore up and force a field goal. But, I mean, if you're letting teams score at a 70% clip in the red zone, you got nothing. The Bears have to feel pretty good about getting healthy against them. And Cincinnati's offense might feel good about going up against the Bears defense.
Let me bring it, because I agree with that. AR Schefter just throwing this out there. I think this is a mini red flag. With Flacco listed as questionable, the Bengals are activating Sean Clifford off their practice squad.
Oh, Whiskey Paul can break out the Packers Sean Clifford jersey.
Yes. To me, that tells me that they don't feel like Flacco's playing.
Well, that's weird, because I'm reading here, I feel good. I've never really talked about injuries before, so I don't know what to say, but I feel good. That's what Flacco said today, unless he's the gamesmanship.
Which may be in play, but I think when you call up an extra body in that room, that's telling me something. Unless this is Sean Clifford leaping over Jake Browning for the backup spot. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
TLC. Oh, look at him. Oh, at attention. Look, I'm sorry. I know you were napping. Hang on. I just sent you a clip of maybe you can get like 30 seconds of this. This is Flacco.
This isn't LaFleur cursing, is it?
No, that was a great clip today. See if you can play this one. I don't think Flacco was swearing. We'll roll the dice.
All right.
See what he says.
I got a button back here.
No, we don't need that.
Let's put it to use.
We don't need no stinking button.
Take the floor.
Joe, how you feeling? I feel good. Yeah. You feel good enough to play outside?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really talked about injuries before, so I don't know what to say, but yeah, I feel good.
How did yesterday go?
It went well. I was happy with how it went. So,
what's the biggest obstacle playing with that type of shoulder sprain? How does that make things more difficult to maybe other injuries?
Yeah, well, I think I don't know. I've never really dealt with it before, but I guess there's a point where it's not really up to you. It's just kind of how it's reacting and how you feel. So that's why I wanted to make sure I was able to test it out a little bit. So
was Wednesday just a day where just give it one more day and then give it the shot on Thursday?
I didn't want to do anything to, I think the idea was just treatment and get as much of that as possible, get it feeling as good as possible.
He's
and
playing.
Then go from there.
He's playing.
All right, we'll roll with what he said off the top, that he feels good.
He's playing.
We'll roll with that, and we'll see if this addition with Sean Clifford, is anything. But I'm with you after hearing him. I think he's.
Yeah, I mean, unless that's complete smoke show, I
don't love hearing that he's never dealt with that before. That's
but he said I wanted to test.
In this.
I wanted to test it, and it reacted okay.
No, I guess so. What I'm trying to get to is like not knowing how to manage that type of pain and go down that road if you've never done it before in game action.
Well, the Clifford thing might be if he re-aggravates it during the game.
Got another guy ready to go. Yeah.
All right, we'll come back in 2 minutes. Ben Jones covers Penn State. Got to find out what's going on with their backfield. Is it a true dual threat or not? Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry into Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Big Game Preview.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you.
All right, Big Game Preview, Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio State, 19.5-point favorite. It's come down a hair. Ben Jones covering Penn State, got his own Substack here covering the Nittany Lions, and we're happy to have you, Ben. How you been?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Before we get into the game, give me your best take on the Nick Singleton kind of MIA status here. I know Katron was great against Iowa. Was it the position coaching change? Was it Franklin was his guy? What's going on with Singleton?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, one of the many questions you have to ask about Penn State this year. But I do think that Penn State losing Jaywan Sider to Notre Dame was a big difference maker for Penn State this year. Obviously, Katron Allen is a much more physical back than Nick, and he's been able to figure it out because at the end of the day, you don't need vision to run somebody over. You just need a little bit of an attitude. And I think it's worked well for Katron, and I think the change hasn't worked well for Nick, but, that's one of many things this year that hasn't worked well for Penn State.
Sticking on the offensive side of the ball, what's your assessment on the wide receiver position right now? Because, Ben, I know that, they brought in some new faces via the portal this offseason. How has that panned out for them, in your opinion?
I mean, I think in some ways better and in some ways the same. I think it's always a bit of a coin toss when you go into the portal because you figure that certainly guys with ability end up in there and end up wanting to get more time or whatever the case might be, maybe a bigger stage, but it's not always a guarantee to fix your problems. If it was, they'd probably be wherever they were before. So I think production-wise it's been up and down, but, that goes with Drew Aller the same way prior to his injury. So I think we saw in the Oregon game, especially in the fourth quarter, that these are guys that can make plays, but there's no question that, especially following his injury, the Drew Aller era, officially ends with Penn State never really having the targets outside of Tyler Warren to really match his abilities. And I think that was true to a lesser extent, but the same extent this year as well.
All right, so while we do respect the brand, we respect the talent, I just can't get around the inexperienced part of the quarterback position now with Ethan Grunkmeyer. So give us your take on the game plan that you think they're going to go with.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to give it to Katron until Katron falls over. I think that, obviously if you want a legitimate shot at being in Ohio State, you're going to have to throw the ball down the field. There's been some sort of whisper of that the past 2 weeks since Penn State's been on a bye. They had a media availability the normal day of the week that they normally do, and the offense wasn't out there, which is, I will say in all the years that I've covered Penn State, sort of a rarity. But at the end of the day, you're not going to trick Ohio State for 4 quarters. You're not going to change your identity against a team like Ohio State and beat them. But, yeah, you're going to have to do what you're good at, and that's giving Katron Allen the ball. And I do think Grunk has a nice pass. He has a nice ability to get it down the field. But, I think we've seen for the most part in his time under center or in the backfield, both the reason why Penn State recruited him and also the reason why Drew Aller was the starter.
So Jim Knowles leaving to go over to Penn State was one of the spicier, storylines of the offseason. Now seeing how he's gone about his business as the defensive coordinator, but I guess more importantly, the defense as a whole under Jim Knowles in year one. Your thoughts on that right now?
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag. I mean, I think, there's no question that if you go up against a team like Oregon, you go, if you're not ready for that, you're going to give up a lot of points. And I think Penn State's defense in that game did a good job of hanging around and bend but don't break. And obviously, any game that you get into double overtime, you must have done some things well on both sides of the ball to get there against a good team. But, yeah, I think beyond that, you're used to seeing a Penn State defense a lot like Ohio State where you can go, maybe we won't score every drive or maybe it won't always look sexy, but we always know that we've got a defense to lean on, and that's what Penn State's had over the years, and they really haven't had that to the same extent. I do think UCLA, with that change and their sort of light resurgence, if you will, caught Penn State by surprise. I think Iowa, without Drew Aller, is obviously a difficult situation. And the injury to Tony Rojas at linebacker, I think he's an exceptional linebacker that Penn State really needed and has impacted everything. But, yeah, there's no question that, I think people who are really paying attention knew that the Jim Knowles experience is going to take a little bit of patience. And that's just a difficult situation to put Penn State in with the expectations they've had this year. And certainly for as good as Jim Knowles ultimately is and the things that he's done in his career, it hasn't really been up to snuff this season as we're used to with Penn State, and that's for a lot of different reasons.
Previewing the big game with Ben Jones, covers Penn State here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. What about them trying to cover the dynamic duo of Ohio State with Tate and Smith? How can they do it?
The power of prayer can be a powerful thing. I think, ultimately, these games historically for Penn State and Ohio State have come down to a few plays. They've come down to who is more sound fundamentally, who is able to execute in big spots. And now, honestly, I don't anticipate that this is going to be a game that comes down to a few plays. I think, the situation is the situation. But I think if you're Penn State, you've got to stay cap sound. You've got to, be sure in your coverages. You've got to get to the quarterback. All the basic things that are true for every team in this situation, which is a team that's, for better, for worse, or for whatever reason, isn't as good as Ohio State, and probably by a wide margin at this point. You've got to stay true to your fundamentals. You've got to get to the quarterback, and you've got to cover your guy and trust the guy next to you. And sometimes that's good enough and sometimes it's not, and I guess that's why they play the game.
So now that we know Matt Rule is going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska for the foreseeable future based off of the extension that he just signed, taking him out of the mix, Ben, when you look at some of the potential guys that are out there to follow James Franklin, who do you believe are the realistic guys that they're going to go after?
Yeah, I mean, that's the $50 million question right now is, what is Penn State going to do? And I think it's tough because I think when you think of Penn State as a program, you go, okay, they're in a pretty good spot. A lot of coaches would like to coach there, but the ones that really solve Penn State's problems in terms of can you win those big games? Can you continue to win 10 or 11 games every season? A lot of those guys already have jobs they probably don't want to leave. Ryan Day's not leaving Ohio State. Kirby's not leaving Georgia. That list goes on and on in terms of established names. So that's the question for Pat Kraft. Are you interested in hiring someone, from Vanderbilt again or Georgia Tech or one of these places where you go, okay, this guy's ready to take the next jump? Do you go to JMU and look at Bob Chesney and go, here's a guy that, has done well at a different level and maybe can translate that to the Big Ten? Brian Hartline is obviously a name Ohio State fans are familiar with, who falls in a similar boat and would be able to address the wide receiver issues Penn State's had the last few years. But being a good coordinator or being a good assistant is not the same thing as being a good head coach. So I think if you're Penn State, this has always been the struggle of the James Franklin era is, there's a lot more room to regress than there is to get better. And finding a coach that's going to be able to solve those problems for you is not a guarantee. And, I guess we'll check back in a year or 5 years and see which one of these decisions would have been the right one.
Ben, what's your take on what happened with the Matt Rule situation? Did he just want to leverage into staying at Nebraska and making more money, or did they not offer him? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I think, obviously Pat Kraft having a relationship with Matt Rule when they were both at Temple, you've got to think that he was on the list. Obviously, James Franklin getting fired was going to get everybody but the three of us a raise. I think that, there's situations like that. But I do think, Matt Rule, that Minnesota game doesn't help matters any. Matt Rule's a great guy. He's got Penn State ties. He's from State College. So there's a lot of things going for him. But for as good as he has done at Temple and Baylor and at Nebraska to a certain extent, it's not necessarily the home run hire that I think Pat Kraft is looking for. Now, I will say, and this is not knowing anything that you guys don't know, that I firmly believe that we know someone is not taking a job when someone else finally does. So until Penn State announces who its next head coach is, I think it's hard to ever say for sure in this day and age of college football that someone's out of the running. But certainly you've got to imagine that Matt Rule knows where he stands in that situation in Nebraska. It's a weird thing to be a head coach in a day and age where you might be on the verge of maybe sort of kind of getting fired, but somehow get an extension out of it anyway. It's a good time, and I think, we picked the wrong line of work.
You said that right, my man. All right, enjoy the game. Thanks for the breakdown.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Ben Jones covering Penn State on his own Nittany Lion Substack, doing a good job on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Jeff Brom.
Pulling him out of Louisville?
He wins as a dog, man. He just finds ways to win. I think he would be a guy that they could look to.
He's one of those head coaches, too, where you could talk yourself into it with more resources, right? Maybe more financial backing, all of those type of things. Is there even more of a level up for him? I mean, we're kind of seeing that with Kirk Cignetti, right? Like you leave James Madison and go to Indiana, and then you can see, like, hey, man, things can click fairly quickly for you. So I like that name. I like Jeff Brom.
This Jeff Brom? Do I not currently have a pulse? Yes, I do. Let's play football.
Damn right. And they got it. They got it. I think I'm not saying Penn State needs to go away from their identity, but man, if they could get an offense, like if they could get a quarterback, if they could get a little more than just their, let's get no more the black high tops. Let's try to
they thought they had it in Drew, right?
They did,
because he was the recruiting darling, the 5-star guy, had the tools, and
get some
sometimes
weapons,
they didn't tell everything.
And start kind of trying to win some games that way. Versus this,
they really
slug
needed,
it out.
To me, more of the level up last year when they had the two running backs and Tyler Warren. Like if Drew Aller could have made then you're talking about maybe
they almost did.
And he couldn't put it together. Yeah.
All right, we'll come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We're the girthiest radio station in the history of radio. Uncomfortably girthy. This promo is uncomfortable. The Fan, Ohio's girth destination.
Chronic pain can feel like it's never going to end. But at QC Kinetics here in Columbus, there is a new treatment providing rapid relief. It's called stem wave therapy.
It has fundamentally changed the way I look at cases after 30 years in practice. So when we talk about regenerative medicine, we're talking about these types of devices.
Dr. Tony DeCesaro, one of the nation's authorities on stem wave therapy.
So basically, it's a healing machine. They cause the body to help to heal by increasing blood flow.
This is more than treatment. It's hope.
So this device being a healing device, when I talk to my patients about it, I tell them it's diagnostic and therapeutic. We're going to find out today if it's right for you.
Right now, you can try your first treatment for just $49 and see if stem wave is the right option for you. Only $49, with many patients reporting relief within the next day.
It's about giving hope.
QC Kinetics. Harness the power of stem wave and get relief now. Call for your consultation here in Columbus. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
A government shutdown affects everybody. It means missed paychecks for our troops. It means delays for critical services for ordinary Americans. And it disrupts the work Congressman Mike Carey does to deliver results for his constituents. Like voting for the Social Security Fairness Act to get public servants like police, firefighters, and teachers their full Social Security benefits on time and without delay. Mike Carey also voted for a continuing resolution to keep the government open while budget negotiations continue. It passed the House with bipartisan support, but failed to pass the Senate, and the government still shuddered. Congressman Mike Carey urges our senators to put politics aside and reopen our government before innocent Americans are harmed further by the shutdown. To learn more about Congressman Mike Carey's bipartisan efforts to reopen our government, call Congressman Carey's office at 614-927-6902 or visit carey.house.gov. Paid for with official funds from the office of Mike Carey.
Nothing beats a cold beer on game day, but sometimes you've still got things to do. Hey guys, Eric Reeser here. It's why I've been grabbing Go Brewing, award-winning non-alcoholic beer that actually tastes like beer. Good news, Go Brewing is now available at Kroger. Grab a 6-pack of their tropical IPA in the beer aisle next time you're there.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CR-V LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot has soared to at least $754 million. That's $754 million. The next drawing is tonight, so don't wait. Play Mega Millions today. And remember, it's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions of prizes, Ohio Lottery scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the Truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, brother, take us home.
Okay. Holy, my microphone is dropping.
The fan poll from yesterday, which we did not get to. Hey, look, I'm multitasking back here, okay? The fan poll from yesterday, which I liked, which we were not able to get to as I go from tab to tab here.
Okay, while you're doing that.
No, I got it.
The Halloween poll today on what should we call Halloween?
Oh, yeah.
Trick or treat or beggars night?
I forgot
100% trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
Good.
I'm in that camp.
Some smart folks out there.
The question from yesterday was, which Ohio pro sports team do you think is closest to winning a championship? You get the combination of the Bengals and Browns, the combination of the Guardians and Reds, you get Blue Jackets, and I'm going to ban you from taking the Cavaliers because they're so far and away, obviously, the answer right now. So Blue Jackets, either NFL team, either MLB team.
And my mind goes to
We're getting the combo of the Reds and Guards?
Yep.
You get them both.
We're not close.
I was about to say, you going to call the Reds a World Series champ?
Not close.
Not close?
No. Not to winning the World Series. Oh, no. Not doing that.
Yeah. Playoffs.
Hey, we're there this year. A little taste. It's got the weight of Joe Burrow is heavy in this. Right? Like, it's so heavy with Joe Burrow being as dominant as he is. But we're also getting the Browns as well. Like, we're drafting the Browns, too.
That good?
When we take that. Probably not.
What does that do for us?
So we may be talking ourselves into the two baseball teams? Because the Jackets, I think the Jackets are going. I saw John Butchergrass tweet out Jackets are going to the playoffs this year. Like, that's out there.
And that's fine to feel that way right now. But it's a long season. These goalies have to continue to do what they're doing.
And we're talking about winning the cup, not just getting to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, I'm answering the playoffs one now.
Right.
I feel like the odds are they're still going to have an uphill climb to make the playoffs. I feel much better about them than I did when the season, first started. Of course, we should.
No doubt.
And I'm certainly rooting for it. I had them over 84.5 points in the beginning of the year, but that doesn't get you in the playoffs. And I think Vegas moved them to 87.5 points now, and that won't get them in. So, but as far as winning a championship and how hard that is to do in hockey, how many games, I think we should err on getting the two baseball teams. We get them both.
Yeah.
You want to err on the Browns and Bengals just because of Burrow?
The Browns they're not close
with him,
to
you
that
get,
yet.
So it's really the Bengals or the Reds and Guards. You get them both. I'll either give you the Reds and Guards or you take the Bengals. And I think
we're taking the Bengals
with Burrow being healthy, then they're one of the better teams in the AFC if they can get some defense. Listen, we went round and round about whether they should help their defense or re-sign T. Higgins. And I was all about get that weakness to somewhat manageable situation.
Well, I don't know, AR. They had a lot of work to do. A lot. I would have re-signed T. I'd double down on that. Like, cause he's out the door. Is that solving everything on defense? I don't think it is. But I think they had to make that move. But I would roll with the Bengals.
It feels right to do it because with Burrow, they're probably a top, 5, 6. They're a playoff team.
Yeah.
And we can't say that right now. I guess we could say it about the Guards, but.
Mm-hmm. Reds and Guards, playoff teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Both.
Yeah, we get them both.
Right.
Does the quarterback situation at Penn State just end any conversation that they could be in this game?
Donk.
I was talking about this with my friends earlier in the week. Have you ever texted someone about somebody else, but you accidentally texted that somebody else because in your mind you're talking about them and you accidentally punch in their name?
Yeah, that's happened.
That's a huge fear for me. Yeah. It's never happened. Has it happened to you?
That's happened to you,
years ago.
Were you talking you know what?
No, it wasn't. It was...
Because that would be the worst.
Yeah, I think you can do that all the time. I think sometimes the phone, you use it so fast, too. Like, if you're going... Sometimes I feel like I'm texting somebody at the top of the text string.
Yeah.
And I've punched it in so fast, I don't know that I've hit the one below it or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's never happened to me, TLC. Can't say that's happening. That's got to be real cringe, though, especially if you're not talking highly or positively about that person.
I know, that's why.
Because then what do you follow up with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you even say?
Oh,
do you let that breathe?
There's no way out of it.
Like, do you let it breathe, or do you...
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
you hope that they have their phone updated to where if you unsend the text, it goes away.
I don't think I have that feature.
Come on over to the Blue Squad.
Yeah.
Come on over to the Blue Squad.
You could unsend it and it disappears on the other end.
Your phone texts green, our phones text blue.
Yeah.
And if your phone's updated, I can unsend a text. I think it's a 10-minute buffer to edit a text or unsend. And I just got to hope that your phone is updated enough to where it'll disappear on your end.
It's a little twinkle in AR's eye.
What do you mean updated enough?
So it's one of the recent iOS updates, and so.
Oh, I see. Okay, my bad.
Like if you, it just depends on your software if you updated your systems or not. Because not everybody does that because you don't want to shut down your phone for 10 minutes or whatever.
That's right.
And so, or sometimes you're like, I don't need the newest and latest.
Can't not have the phone for 10 minutes, huh?
Exactly. But if you have it updated,
nice feature.
I got a 10-minute
You know
window.
what that is, Maddie? That's the heated steering wheel of phones right there.
I've been thinking about using it, but it hasn't been cold enough yet.
But here's the problem, Rothman. If your phone's not updated and I try to delete that,
it's still going to come through to me.
The general you.
Let me ask you a question. Let's try this after the show. I want to see.
It won't work on yours because your phone texts green.
Well, as Kermit said, it's not easy being green.
You missed 4 straight games, Darius Garland. Limp your ass out there no matter which way you got to do it.
All right, final scores.
And that could have been last year. That could have been right now. Darius isn't playing.
Final scores.
Yeah, final scores.
I got 34-10.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What? Same?
Not this close enough. 34-7.
There we go. Hey, before we go, if you miss anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3 will be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Common Man and Timmy coming up next with their Halloween show.
I'm going to change to yours.
34-10?
I think we'll both go 34-10 because Ryan Barker's a pretty good kicker. He's I think, perfect from 49 and under.
Okay.
And I think Penn State could get him in there for some sort of a kick.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll come back and talk to you Monday. Have a great weekend. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvis weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real. The